Warning: what you're about to watch may include excessive and obsessive enthusiasm for action figures and collecting them. You may also witness spontaneous money spending and unapologetic nerdiness. Proceed at your own caution.
What is going on, everybody? Welcome back. Episode 30 is finally here. Hope you're all doing well. Thank you for joining us on your Saturday night. It is January 17th, 2026. It is the first Stone and Hyper show of 2026 of the new year, man. So, by the way, Happy New Year, Hyper. How are you doing, man?
Happy New Year to you and to everybody in chat. Look at chat already going off tonight. I'm doing well, man. New year, new deal, right? So let's go. Man. Let's do this. A lot of good stuff going on these days with a lot of people's channels. Had a good stream last night with Star Wars Collective, and
absolutely,
that was a good time last night. So glad to see everybody still going at it. It's our turn now, right?
Yeah, absolutely, man. Yeah. So we do have a pretty. It's going to be about a 2.5 hour show, but we have some cool toy news to talk about. Obviously, some Black Series, some Hot Toys, a little bit of Gong Studios, and just some other, pop culture, Lucasfilm announcements and stuff like that. We're also going to be doing a WATTO's workshop. It's the first time we've done a WATTO's workshop in months. So Hyper has been diligently working on some dioramas. So I'm very eager and excited to give him the floor in a little bit to talk about that. But we'll go ahead and just jump in chat, start saying some hellos here. And we got Sam, the Viper, in chat. What is up, dude?
What's going on, Cobra?
And the one and only, got Jacob himself. It's Stone and Hyper time, baby.
Great show last night, man.
Awesome show. On his way home, listening in the background. Have a great show. Thank you, man. Thank you, dude. Right. Epic Mama, what is up?
How you doing?
Thank you for joining. Mama Mando. Good to see you.
Mama Mando, how you doing?
Don't forget to
Mama, Mama Mando's going to be very excited about the next diorama. It's a promise kept after almost a year and a half.
That's awesome.
So I think I'm going to get ready. Yeah.
Sweet, man. Awesome.
Yeah.
So what do you say? We'll just jump straight into it. We just the Black Series? Did we just go straight forward, dude?
Jump right into it. Yeah.
So this was Hyper. Give me your thoughts, dude. We haven't really talked much this week because I wanted this to be kind of fresh. But what were your thoughts when you seen this, man?
So first of all, I think it's kind of funny because we live in this community and this hobby and we talk about these things. And I'm always kind of amazed at how, would you agree, we kind of live in, whether you're talking about the football draft or Hasbro toys or the new Jeep Wrangler coming out, we live in like this reveal culture now.
Yeah, dude.
And, there's this whole industry, like it's more than just industry at this point. It's entertainment, it's philosophy, it's governmental, it sort of pervades every part of our life now, this sort of reveal thing, and I find myself kind of in awe of it, how people plan their whole lives around not just the toys, but the reveal of the toys. It's become an event, and some people look forward to it even more than the movies or the TV shows. And
man,
there's more interest in the reveal than there are the properties themselves, which I think is kind of an interesting sort of insight into where we are right now as a community, you know. And so I don't ever watch them. I'm never quite have the time to watch them live.
Yeah.
And then, you know, usually I watch a few shows and live streams afterwards about it. So I've seen these a number of times, and I know the general consensus of everything. And my opinion about these is, I think, pretty much in par with just about everybody else's. I don't have anything really new to offer or any new insights or anything, other than I think it's about time that these figures are represented, you know. And I think that it's interesting, wouldn't you agree, that in the same week, essentially, that these prequel figures are dropping, Kathleen Kennedy resigns from being the president, and Disneyland and Star Wars, Disneyland in California is cutting back the prequels and going more OT and getting back really more to the core. And I think that that's a big shift. Wouldn't you agree, Stone?
I absolutely do, man. And I think, you know, feel that you how you want. Everybody's got different opinions and stuff, but I know me and you, we personally, you know, there's some things that Dave Filoni, he's not perfect by any means, but man, I just feel like he is damn close to it, you know.
Yeah. I would agree. I think Dave Filoni is definitely the right man for the job.
Yeah.
And so I think that with Dave Filoni at the helm, I think he has worked so closely with the prequel characters in his Clone Wars and things. And I have a feeling we're going to start to see a lot more of what I think the fans really want, you know. And this reveal is no accident. I don't think it's any coincidence or an accident that these awesome figures are coming out right at this shift. I think these things have been in work for a while, you know. This figure in particular is outstanding. I mean, look at it. It's got everything you want, and I'm so happy to see the inclusions of the flight stands. That's a big plus.
Absolutely. You know? I think this is something like you were saying. This representation for this era of Star Wars has been long overdue, man. We've been begging. How many times have we talked about a Geonosian warrior or just Poggle the Lesser in general? You know what I mean? And to see them nail it so good, like with the ball joints and the wings being articulated, like the paint on this guy, like the different, there's light and dark browns, the shades of green going, there's just the beautiful paint going on. The accessory is on point, like the song, whatever, I forget what the damn name of the blaster is, but man, like it's painted, it's just looks awesome, man. It's just look at that. And the fact that we're getting the flight shield in with it for a standard figure price, it's not deluxe or anything. I'm very impressed.
Well, the other thing I really like about this particular release is you could release it with a massive beast. You could release it with a pod, like a cocoon pod. You could release it with different weapons. You know, you could make it all different kinds of releases of the same figure so that you can add some variety to it, you know. But this one here of the three is number 3 as far as my interest goes. But that's not to say it's not good. It's an awesome figure. It just happens to be my 3rd favorite of the 3 releases that we're going to talk about primarily.
Yeah, man.
You know? Yeah, but what an awesome figure. And I really love the way they did the translucent wings. I think that looks it looks just like a dragonfly or something. Yeah.
It really does, man. And the paint on there, like the little highlights of the red and yellow in there, just it's a beautifully done figure. It really is. And the cool thing that this has going for it too, man, is because, you know, they're very insectoid like, you know, a ladybug looks like a ladybug, you know, like it's like insects are very identical. So like it would have been cool to get some more variation, like some slightly different skulls, but at the same time, I can make it pass. And I feel like this figure is going to be so well articulated that just the variation of posing, it's going to look like different ones. You know, I feel like it works for this.
Now, would you army build this, you know, or buy multiples of it?
I would like to get 4. I really would like 4 to 6 would be really awesome, but I'm trying to stay realistic here. I've only these 3 figures we're talking about tonight, Hyper. I pre-ordered them. They're my first pre-orders in almost 8 months, but I would like to get 4 of these guys. I would totally army build. What about you?
So I think my army building days are behind me just due to financial circumstances and changes and things. And so, you know, would I ideally would love to. I think I'll probably buy one of these. You know, like I said, if things were different, or if maybe I find one on clearance. But you know, the figures we're talking about tonight, I don't think we're going to see these on clearance. I really don't think these are clearance bound. I think these are so highly desirable. They're like Sebulba and Shakti. You know, you're never going to see them in the clearance bin, in my opinion.
I've seen someone on the hyperspace hang. You know, everybody's entitled to their opinion, but somebody said that Nala Se was going to be a peg warmer, and I was just kind of like, I disagree. I do not think I do not think Nala Se will be a peg warmer at all. You know, but everybody's entitled to their opinion. But even like Jacob says, they have definitely stepped up their sculpting game. The past 2 to 3 years, 2 to 4 years of the line has been astronomically different than compared to, like, dude, if you look at the red and black box days. I think it was I forget who told me this, but and who they referenced. I think it was Landspeeder Luke. Somebody told me, I think it was my buddy Skywalker Hendricks, said something about Landspeeder Luke saying 5 years ago it was like a totally different line compared to what they're doing now. You know,
that's right, and I think that they really have, over the last 10 or 12 years, they've struck a really good balance with, you know. I understand the rising cost of things, and of course, you know, and of course they want to make their money, but you know, honestly, you know, $27.99 is right at the comfort point. That's kind of like the high watermark of where I want to pay for a basic figure, and so I think that because of that, you know, I'll probably stick to one a piece moving forward, but you know, it's an awesome figure. If things were different, I would probably pick up a few more, but you know, probably one for me. Yep.
I understand that, dude. And Mr. Star Wars 1138 saying bought 7 of the Geonosians. That's a good number right there, man. Oh, that's
good. You know, the other thing too is I was looking at my shelves the other day, and I'm kind of doing a reorganization of them, and I have like, well, I've shown you my shelves before, you in particular, Stoned, and I've got like 10 super battle droids, 10 of the phase 1 clones, 10 of the phase 2, and I'm like, boy, I really don't have any more room to build any more armies necessarily, you know. So I'm gonna have to kind of rethink my strategy moving forward when it comes to that stuff.
What appeals to me the most about this figure too, man, is that, I mean, honestly, all 3 of these figures that we're talking about tonight, they're all 3 debut figures that are brand new species for the Black Series. So I think that's something definitely to attest to as far as, you know, character selection goes.
Yeah.
And species selection, of course. But like, this guy kind of he gives me Sebulba vibes. The way that he's got, like, dude, he's got so many different, he's got 5 different points of articulation just in his legs. He's got those weird, like, hinged deer dog legs, you know? I just feel like I don't know, man. It looks really cool, and I'm just excited. I'm excited to see how this guy's going to pose up. You know what I'm saying?
Well, I'd really like to see a zombie version. Remember the whole story arc?
Oh, yeah.
With the zombies?
Yes,
you know me, I'm there for that. I would love to see a zombie variation of it.
That'd be rad.
Halloween time, maybe. You know,
absolutely, dude.
You know, you could do something really cool like that. And I even saw remember how they were talking about doing a Cupid Watto? This is another Cupid.
For sure.
Potential Cupid one.
Absolutely. Just make it a 2-pack and make them pink, pretty much.
Oh, right. Exactly. That'd be kind of wild. But what a great figure. Great reveal. Like I said, I don't really have anything. Everybody's talked about it to death, but I'm really excited about this one for sure.
For sure, man.
You know? Yeah.
So this next one, this is what surprised me, because I was able to take an extended lunch and I was able to live react to these.
Yep.
This was a left hook out of nowhere, dude. Tonwee, I was not expecting to get her, but it's like, finally, a Kaminoan in the line. This was long overdue. How do you feel about the soft goods, man? How are you feeling about that? Would you have preferred the plastic, or how are you feeling about this figure as a whole?
Well, you know, sometimes those are difficult questions to answer without the figure in hand, because we all have kind of been baited and switched from time to time.
Yeah,
Hasbro.
Absolutely.
And you know, especially in the blind box days where you didn't even know if you're going to get the right figure in the box, let alone the soft it looked like. So, but I would say that I'm encouraged. You know, ever since probably the Acolyte line with the robes, man, they really started to get those soft goods down
Agreed.
just right around then. And so I'm confident that they're going to do a nice job. You know, Barriss Offee and all those Jedi females look awesome with those. And this is the figure of the three I'm most excited about. And
Nice,
I think
man.
I told you that, yeah. And the Kaminoans are probably my favorite prequel aliens. I love everything about them. The accessory is good, the data pad is good, but
Yeah.
way back when in the 3 3/4 inch line, Tan We came with a little cloning capsule where the baby infant clowns were growing.
Oh, okay.
And it was such a great, and if you bought multiples of them, you could do these really awesome cloning dioramas and things. And so it's unfortunate that she didn't come with the cloning chamber just like the 4-inch one did 20 something years ago. But having said that, it's a great figure. I hope that they make the height correct. I know last night there was a lot of talk, and I've heard a lot of talk about the height. They can't make this one too short. They've got to be very tall. I hope that's the one thing we don't know, for sure just yet, in my opinion.
Yeah, I'm nervous about her standing too, like because she's a very tall, lanky figure. We all know how some of their droids are. They're like, some of the designs in like real world, engineering that just don't make sense because obviously it's animation, it's CGI, but like I think they can. I hope it stands. If not, we'll just have to get some stands or some sticky tack. You know what I mean? But overall, I love the design. It looks so good.
I think they nailed the color. They just nailed. They just nailed it. The 4-inch figure from back in the day was just a little bit too aqua blue, and it was still a great figure. But this just looks like it looks like it was ripped right out of the movie.
It does. Yes, it does.
I'm really hoping. I'm sure I can't be the only one who really wants Lama Su now. Like Lama Su would be such an awesome companion piece for this, and I think this also paves the way for a clone youth, like the actual clone youths who were sitting dude, with their headgear.
Absolutely, dude. Use the Omega body and just get a little Boba head sculpt. Boom, done.
Yep,
easy.
Yep. You could do the variation with the red, the blue, like they did back in the day. You did see different color outfits on the clone youths for divisions and things, and you could start to fill out Kamino, Lama Su, Nala Se, the clone youths, all of those. I mean, come on, we want them all now. This is so exciting.
It's very exciting, man. Hey, Timbo, what's going on, man? Good to see you, dude.
What's happening, man? Good to see you.
But yeah, it would have been cool if she came with a little cloning capsule. That would have been a pretty cool callback. But other than that, I am pleased with the figure, with the release. Because to my mind, I was trying to think like, what else? Because people were like, they always say like, oh, where's the accessories? But like, I really can't think of anything besides what you mentioned. I really can't think of anything else that I would want her to come with. I think the data pad is enough, other than like the cloning capsule. That would have been pretty cool.
For sure. You and I met her this past year.
That's right. Yeah, she was there. Yeah,
sitting right next to WATTO. Yeah,
she seems very kind of hippie.
Very hippie. Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Hippie. Yeah.
What do you think about the box here, dude? Like that, the Attack of the Clones red. Like, I'm curious to like because Chewie fits in these boxes. It looks taller for some reason.
That box. You're right. That box looks like it could be. Well, I don't know. Yeah, does that look maybe like an inch taller to you?
It seems it's like an illusion. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Yeah, like there's just way too much black at the top there for a regular box to me. I don't know. Maybe it's just like you say, an illusion. But the color looks great. I've always loved that red, that dark red with the black. It looks great. It doesn't look good on WATTO, but we'll get to that in a minute, right?
Oh, dude, that's bro. This one right here, I was trying to hold back some of my excitement. I was flipping the fuck out inside my head, dude.
I felt the ground quake, and I was like, "What is that? Is that an earthquake?" No, Cody's just reacting to the WATTO reveal. I'm telling you.
Yeah, this is the whole reason why I even streamed that day, because I almost didn't. It was a very last minute choice. Hey K-Mac, what's up, man? Hit me up on K-Mac. I haven't heard from you, man. You actually last Darksaber Draw, you won this Stegosaurus, man. I need you to contact me on Instagram so I can get this to you, man. But I hope you're doing well, man.
Stone, that reminds me, the last time we did our 2 giveaways, the Batman and the G.I. Joe, they went out. They went out this week, so you'll be getting them very shortly in the mail, the winners. So
okay, awesome. Yep. Great, cool. Yeah, so y'all be on the lookout for those figures as well, y'all.
Well, actually, wait a minute. Excuse me. One of them went out. The one for Galactic Artisan Customs, and then the other one, I'm still waiting to hear back for the address. So please, who is it? I can't think of it. But well, I'll find out, and we'll reach out and get that second one mailed out. But yeah, for sure.
Yeah, cool deal, man. But yeah, the flight stand. The only thing this figure is missing is a wash. I feel like a wash would really just set off all the little minute detail, because Watto's dirty as fuck. I mean, he's in a workshop with oil and like scraps and shit. Like he should have a little bit of a wash on him, but I'm not going to complain. I'm not going to complain because he comes with a flight stand, he comes with a data pad and his cane, and he comes with a fucking chance cube, man. Like, look at this shot here, man. Where's it at?
Well, I would say he's missing one other very important thing.
What is that?
A Phantom Menace box.
Oh, dude, you're not lying. You're not lying.
Because a guy like me, that's a big deal. That's a big deal for a boxed collector, you know. And I love that figure. That is probably going to be. I'm thinking that's probably number 2 or number 1 of the year, and I'm pretty confident in that because that figure is so good, you know.
It really does piss me off, and again, it's such not a big deal, but like I'm hoping Andy comes back to ICC this year so I can get this signed by him, and it really bothers me. It really bothers me that it's not in the Phantom Menace, because this is not Phantom Menace Watto. He does not use the Chance Cube in Attack of the Clones. He doesn't use the data pad. This is not Attack of the Clones Watto, man.
Well, you know? in Attack of the Clones, he's got a hat, and he's practically got a beard going on.
Yeah,
in Attack of the
exactly,
Clones,
dude.
He's got a different vest. I mean, it's a whole different thing. I mean, he's destitute and homeless in Attack of the Clones. So, you know, it's I'm so with you on that, and it's a big oversight, and I'm wondering if it's just a mock-up for the reveal. Maybe they were hoping we wouldn't notice, but we're Star Wars collectors. Of course we're going to notice, right? So
my thing is, like, how the fuck did that get past the marketing team? My wife said something the other day because I mentioned this to her, Mrs. Stone, and she was like, "Babe, how does this kind of stuff happen?" I was like, "Honestly, babe, I don't know. I don't have an answer to that." But it's just like that. This is such a major oversight, and Phantom Menace is already super underrepresented, so it just really bums me out that they slapped in Attack of the Clones box. But hopefully they'll do a run-in change, like you were saying. Hopefully it's just a mock-up image, and this isn't like the final product shown. But you know, I would love to see the change happen.
I have some thoughts on that myself about why, and you know, the conspiracy theorist in me. But you know, it could very well be that Phantom Menace doesn't sell as well, and so they wanted to get the figure out there, and so they put it in a different box to sort of bait and switch us into, you know, for maybe the casual collector who's a completionist won't know the difference or something like that.
Yeah.
But the other part of me is, you know, this wouldn't be the first time where they do an intentional error to draw interest into the line or into a particular figure to generate buzz, and then we all hope that we get the error box, and then we go out and buy the correction box. So I mean, there's all different ways that they could play this, but you know, this wouldn't be the first time that they've done something sort of unscrupulous like that to make us buy the same thing twice, you know. Because, you know, the other thing is, if you think about it, so there's Watto and there's Watto, and that's the only figure of this mold. They're not going to do King Katunka from the Clone Wars, not for a while. Yeah. So maybe, here's the other thought I had was, well, because there are no other Toydarians to sell, maybe they're trying to maximize what they can do with this mold. So any type of marketing error, packaging variant would drive up the number of units sold. So maybe that's another thing that they could do, right? So in other words, they're generating sort of a false interest in a figure with only one mold possibility. It's just a thought.
It's a thought. You know, and Jacob actually said something very similar to what you said, man. It might open up another road for another Watto down the road, basically kind of reiterating what you were saying.
Yeah.
And something that Carbonites, hey, what's up, Vincent, by the way? Hope you're doing well.
Carbonites, what's up, man? How's it going, man?
It says WATTO doesn't own any slaves in Attack of the Clones that we are aware of. Maybe that's why, from a Disney perspective, that could also be, Disney's very wacky with their way of thinking and their logic. Sometimes that could, it could be a factor. It very well could be.
Oh, very true. Yeah, I mean, they had to change the name of the Slave One, or they elected to change.
That's right. Exactly, dude. The fire spray, which is still kind of badass, to be honest, but,
Well, like, not only that, but, they've also changed. It's no longer Slave Leia, right?
Slayer,
yep. Slave Leia has been sort of retconned, as well as the Ula, the slave girl. That is something that they have done for sure. They stay away from any of those references.
Yes.
So that could very well be a thing. And I think too, that's that's kind of a hard thing in this day and age. Little Anakin is a little slave boy. Maybe Disney wants to stay as far away from that as possible.
Speaking of little Annie, this is another cool shot that I wanted to pull up. I love this shot right here. I love when they use other figures that we already have in the line.
Yes.
And this just makes it come to life. When you see them standing next to the other characters, you start thinking of scenes and dialogue, and that's what these figures do to me all the time, and I love this shot right here. 3 great looking figures right there.
Well, it really sells those fluttering wings to me. That really makes it look good right there.
It does. That translucency, it gives the illusion.
Oh yeah, and that is a scene that I can't wait to build a diorama around. So that Watto, Anakin, Jar Jar, Padme, the Watto's junk shop, it was always one of my all-time favorite environments. And 1/6 scale environments take a lot of time and effort, but those figures kind of compel me to do it. They just look so good.
Absolutely, dude. Yeah.
Hey, nice. Thank you, Mama Mando, for the
yes,
$4.99. Excellent.
Thank you so much, Mom. Thank you. Thank you. Paul, what's up, dude? Good to see you, man.
Hey, man, how's it going? From one Paul to another.
From one Paul to exactly.
That's right.
So, like Hyper was saying, obviously this has been talked about all freaking what I think these 3 figures also did for the community too was just like everybody has been talking about these figures, dude. And I feel like the hype that this has brought so much good energy to the Black Series, I feel like, from these 3 releases. And again, like I said, what these 3 figures, these are brand new debut species. This is we did not have a Toydarian, we didn't have a Kaminoan or a Geonosian. Those are 3 brand new species for the Black Series all in one wave. And to me, that's mind-boggling. And that alone impresses me. And then just the way that they were able to execute all the figures. They're all alien sculpts. We clamor on about how good Hasbro does with them. And it's just, dare I say, they're getting better. Am I waffling by saying that? Like, I just feel like you said it earlier, Hyper, when those Acolyte figures come out, I feel like that's kind of when I noticed a change in the soft goods as well. And I feel like the past 2-3 years, dude, is it truly getting better, or are we just, as Black Series collectors, just like, are we just getting lost in the nostalgia? Maybe a little bit of both. I think it truly is getting better.
Well, better is in the eye of the beer holder, as they say, right?
That's true.
So what I think there's 2 things happening. Number one, yes, I think the quality is overall getting better, but the character selection is now more favorable to what we all want. So is it that they're getting better, or is it that we just like the characters more because they're familiar to us? And this is why it's so important to listen to the fans, and the work that everyone did with their fan polls and everything really should be taken seriously, because the future of the line, no matter how strong a line of toys is always in jeopardy, because all it takes are a few duds and the whole thing could be out the window in 12 months, right?
Absolutely.
So it's really important to make the figures that people want. And especially now, I think the mainline Star Wars community is that age group between 25 and 40. I think that's the primary buying group right now.
Yeah.
And so that age group grew up with the prequels, so they better be making some prequel stuff, right? And if you want to make, Skeleton Crew Season 2, we'll buy those figures as long as you give us Watto, friggin' Tanwi, and the Geonosian, right?
That's
Like,
right. Yeah,
yeah.
dude.
Yeah.
Sam's saying he ordered some carbonites today. I actually have some to show off for a treat you'll shelf later tonight. That's awesome.
Oh, carbonites are so great. Yeah,
Yes, they
please,
are.
everybody, grab some. Like I'm doing on tomorrow.
You said something and it had me. I had something on the tip of my tongue and then I lost it, man. But
Oh yeah,
you know, just really fantastic releases, just monumental. This is groundbreaking for the Black Series, man. And again, you know, as long as the articulation stays, I mean, because to me, dude, another thing to hit home is like all these figures have really good paint apps. They're all brand new sculpts, head to toe, and they all come with accessories, or well, with the exception of Nala Say, she has one accessory, but like Watto and the Geonosian Warrior, man, they're loaded down. They got all wings, they have accessories. You know, it's just like this is the stuff that we've always been asking for. We wanted certain character selection from a certain time period. We wanted more accessories and good paint apps, and I just feel like it's all hitting home. And I'm really I can't wait. I cannot wait to have a 6-inch Watto on my fucking desk, man. It's gonna be 6-inch scale Watto on my desk. It's gonna be amazing.
We know.
It's gonna be all so awesome, right? Dude. Finally,
Comb knows, right?
Yes, exactly, man. Dude, you know, finally.
In answer to your question, yes, of course, the figures and the quality is getting much better for sure. You know, but when it translates into a Watto figure and you can appreciate the character and you have a history with that character,
oh yeah, man,
it's so much more meaningful than that robot girl from Skeleton Crew who was cool, but we just don't have any connection to.
Yes, absolutely, man, absolutely.
Yeah.
So that was cool, but this one too. Okay, so Nala Say surprised. I was like, there were rumors trickling around about Watto coming. Then we seen a flight stand in early January or late December that was rumored to be. It was at Red 5 Collectibles over in like London or somewhere. But so Nala Say, total surprise to me.
You mean you're talking about Tanwi?
Tanwi, I'm sorry, not Nala Say. Yeah, thank you.
Right. Okay,
my mistake. Tanwi. This one here, dude. Motherfucking Lord Starkiller, bro. This figure was a total surprise to me. This gives such Vader vibes, that undersuit, the metallic. This picture doesn't know justice. The metallicness. Here we go. This is good. The metallicness of this silver paint is absolutely good. Look at the lightsaber hilts, bro. Look at they are covered in paint. He comes with 6 different sabers, and this blew me out of the water, man. To do a figure for a character that came out of a video game over 20 years ago, it just shows like they're still going back. They're still pulling from that EU catalog, man. And I feel like there was so many people hyped up about this figure, dude. I'm trying to find. There was one where they had him post. Like, look at the sculpting on this guy. He's got this braid. He's got this awesome detail going down his back, like a zipper style texture. Fucking loaded down with blades.
So I don't think so. I know Starkiller, but I don't know this version of Starkiller. I've never seen it before. I never played this game. But when I saw it, I said, I don't know who the hell that is, but that one is going into my collection because it just looks so great. And the way they did that metal armor just looks so realistic. It looks great.
Yeah, man.
I mean, that almost looks like a tiny little hot toy or something to me, doesn't it? Like a little hot toy. And fantastic, yeah.
And something else that's cool. And this is the deluxe figure. So tell me, when you look at this, does this scream $40 to you? It does have a wired cape, a wired row. I do want to point that out because to me that added more value to it instantly. And for me personally, what about you, man? Do you see $40 here?
Do I see $40?
Yes.
That's a question. Well, the answer is no. But am I going to pay $40 for it? Yeah, probably.
Different question. Yeah.
You know. I don't think $40 is. I think this is. You know, if an average figure is $27.99, this should be $30 to $35.
That's fair. Stuff. That's fair.
40 is just they say like $100 bill is the new 20, right? Like $20 bill, you might as well not even have one anymore, right? I mean, they're just because you need multiples of them. Yeah. And so, you know, I mean, yeah, I mean, this is we're kind of getting into that uncomfortable territory. I mean,
yep.
$40. I don't know. I guess so. I mean, am I happy about it? No. Am I going to buy it for 40? Yeah, probably, you know, but it is. And that's the thing. That's where they kind of have you, right? Because you're either going to buy it for $40 or wish you bought it for $40. So you can't really, there's no gray area, and you're never going to see this for 10, right? So
this ain't one to play clearance chicken with. This will not hit clearance. I guarantee it.
Right.
Guarantee it. I would put my entire collection on the line to say that this one won't hit clearance, dude.
Yeah, I don't think so. That's probably, oh man, I don't know. That might be my favorite release of the 4, just aesthetically. You know?
Oh damn! Okay, hell yeah,
that's
dude.
A really good looking figure.
It is, man.
Silver and all of it. You know?
Yeah, dude. It's very it's super 90s looking, of course, but man, it just, to me, it screams Star Wars. And Galen Merrick as a character, I enjoy those games a lot. Like, look at the deco, man. Like the hosing on this guy. Look at this right here.
Yeah.
Just, he's got his claws, the wired cloak. They're just, I feel like once you get this guy in hand and you start like, is it worth $40? That's a tough one. That's a tough thing. You know, I think you're kind of on the point about the $30 to $35 range. But I think once we get this guy in hand and we're messing around with it, I think we're going to be like, okay, $40, fuck it. I think it's going to be one of those, you know?
Right. But, you know, I mean, to me, one of the greatest figures of all time was from last year, and that was Savage Opress, right?
Yes,
and this is on par. To me, this is a Savage Opress level figure, probably about the same value, the same bang for the buck. And so, you know, I mean, I don't know. I mean, I don't think there's $5 to $10 more value in this than Savage Opress. So I guess that's where I'm me personally, you know?
Yeah.
So, yeah.
So I think, and then here's the 6 sabers. He also does come with 2 alt hands. He comes with an open hand, left and right hand, which I think is pretty cool. So you can get some cool, you know, force gesture poses. But just what gets me, dude, is look at all the paint. All the hilts are painted. And they're all different sculpts. I feel like that to me just.
So like, does he have 6 lightsabers in the game? Is that, I don't know.
Yeah. So for Lord Starkiller, he's been hunting. He hunts down the Jedi, and he's kind of like General Grievous. He keeps their hilts, you know, and he puts them on his belt or whatever. It's pretty badass, honestly.
Okay. All right. Yep. I love the figure. Yeah. I love it. Yeah.
See how he's got, like, you know, there's 1, there's 2, there's 3 hanging off on that side. And that's another thing, the weapon storage, like the fact that you can hang the hilts on him, just like, it looks so cool, man. I love it. The braid underneath, very awesome looking figure.
An absolutely awesome figure. Yeah.
So this is going up for pre-order February 4th. All the other 3 figures that we talked about earlier, the WATTO, the Geonosian Warrior, and Ton Wee are all up they went up for pre-order January 14th. So you can get those on Big Bad or Amazon or whatever. So
yeah,
these are the first figures that I've pre-ordered in over 8 months. I have not put in a pre-order in such a long time, but these 3, and obviously this one hasn't gone up yet, but those 3, man, I've always said prequels and OT, those are day one pickups, man. You know, so I'm just these released, to me, this was like probably one of the most legendary Fanstream reveals to date, in my opinion. And you said it earlier, man. I feel like we're kind of in a weird culture where like the reveals are almost as hype, if not more hype, than people getting the actual figures. And not for us, but for some channels. You know, sometimes just the reveal and talking about it, that is where more hype than actually getting the figure. I'm not saying we're that way, but it is weird how it's come to that, you know.
Well, I kind of compare it to like when Apple releases a new iPhone, and there are people who take the day off from work not to buy the phone, but to watch the reveal online, just like Star Wars collectors do, you know. And
absolutely,
it's neither right nor wrong or good or bad. It's just what we do now, you know. And it seems to me like there was more. I'll put it this way. This is what I mean. There's more hype around these figure reveals than there is around the Mando and Grogu movie coming out.
Yeah, which is crazy.
It's crazy, right? So
Yes,
I
it
mean,
is.
figures from 30 years ago, characters from 30 years ago, toy reveal is 10 times the coverage and hype as a brand new Mando and Grogu movie coming out, which, by the way, is getting almost zero hype publicity. It's
Yeah,
unbelievable, isn't it?
it
Yeah,
is. It is great. Same thing with Maul Shadow Lord, man. I
yeah,
just think you have two brand new shows, especially Mando and Grogu, for that to be, what started out to be their first television form, like 30-minute type
hmm
deal for Disney Star Wars, like, and now that's their big block. It makes sense because it's like those are their two most marketable characters right now. So it's like,
yeah,
I feel like they're kind of playing it safe, but at the same time, it does make sense. I would rather see Mando as season 4. I would rather see it as a season, like as my
yeah.
30 to 45-minute episodes. But if they got to do it in a movie, and if they do it right, and maybe lead into some, heir to the empire, I don't understand why Lucasfilm won't just go ahead and recast Luke, Han, and Leia. People want to see those younger versions of those characters on their younger adventures, and I feel
hmm
like they are so scared to try to replace Mark Hamill, Carrie Fisher, and Harrison Ford. But it's like y'all need, people are thirsty. They're hungry for this kind of adventure from the three most essential characters of Star Wars. I mean, it's what started it off. Star Wars 77. It's like
Right.
they just need to do it. They did. I seen something the other day. It's about Sebastian Shaw and then Millie Bobby Brown as Leia, and I seen a really cool mock-up of both of them as Luke and Leia, and I was like, damn, that's actually not bad.
Well, I really believe that with the exit of Kathleen Kennedy, with the transformation of Disneyland California into the original trilogy, I think you're starting to see a departure from the Kathleen Kennedy Disney era Star Wars, and you're going back into the more traditional mainstream George Lucas model of Star Wars. I think
Yeah, absolutely.
the Dave Filoni hiring indicates sort of a return to that, and I think that, yeah, you're right. You're right. There should be a return to more of the original trilogy character storylines. I think that's where people want to go. I don't think they necessarily care about the characters Disney has created are not necessarily where Star Wars fans want to go on those adventures. That's what I believe it in my heart. I believe that Star Wars is really about Han, Luke, Chewie, Lando, Leia, and you can't take that away. You can try, but we always want to come back to that eventually. And I think that's kind of the message that they've gotten. Don't you? Yeah.
I do, man. I do, and I think I think hiring Dave. You got to think Dave has been damn near George's right hand man, George's apprentice, if you will, since 2008 when he first started getting into the Clone Wars animated series. And obviously, I think he did help in the 05 Clone Wars movie, but
Yep.
Dave has been an integral part. And like people forget, like, dude, Bad Batch, Rebels,
Yeah.
there's been so many great things to come from the Filoni verse, and I just wanted to pull this up right here. I just figured we were talking about it, so it would be a good segue. Kathleen Kennedy is quote unquote retiring. She's still going to be producing for Star Wars for Lucasfilm, but she's not going to be president. And now we have and it's kind of weird. I've never heard the term. I mean, I've heard the term co-president, but I think this correct me if I'm wrong, anybody in chat. I think this is the first time there's been a co-presidency for Lucasfilm, and it's obviously Dave Filoni, who was given Chief Creative Officer title around 2024 or 2023, I think. And then we have Lewin Brennan, which I'm not familiar with her at all either. But, see, and it says right here, Filoni joined Lucasfilm in 2005 and has played a pivotal role in shaping the creative direction of the Star Wars universe. So it's like since 2005. So you're talking about almost, 20 years. This guy has been working up underneath the creator himself. Like, what better hands could now? Is Dave Filoni perfect? No. Does he kind of favor his characters like Ahsoka and stuff like that?
Sure.
Put a little, yes, but like it's just like George, man. All these characters are things that they're his kids. He's created this thing. So like to me, Dave being passionate about a character that he created, that means something to me. That speaks for something about passion and like that he actually cares about writing this character a good story and not just making this character to sell T-shirts and shit. Like obviously that's a big part of Star Wars as well, to sell toys and merchandise, but it's always nice to have the characters that you can relate to, that hit home with you, and you can just relate to. There's a relevancy there between their lives and what their morals and what they're learning in the story and what we all learn in real life, you know?
Well, exactly. And, you know, I think that's why I'm very careful when it comes to Kathleen Kennedy. I'm not here to hate on Kathleen Kennedy. I'm really not.
No.
There are plenty of Kathleen Kennedy projects I really enjoyed. I really enjoyed a lot of what Kathleen Kennedy was at the helm for and it. Now, you know, there are plenty of things that I didn't like so much, but you know, if any one of us were in her position,
Later, man, enjoy dinner.
thank you very much. If any one of us were in Kathleen Kennedy's position, we would suffer just as much heat and negativity from the community as she would, because we're not going to steer all of Star Wars in the direction that every single fan wants it to go in either. And of course, our own perspectives would permeate some of the storylines because that's who we are, right? We can't help but put our own thoughts and emotions into our product, right? And so,
absolutely.
Look, Kathleen Kennedy, she gave us Rogue One under her command, which,
Right.
hey, come on, man, that movie is insane. She gave us Mandalorian, you know, a couple of great seasons of that. So, you know, nothing but respect and admiration as far as I'm concerned for her. But I think also it was time, as it is with many presidencies. Sometimes you have to change it up and take it in a new direction. And you know, it was time to do it. I think Dave Filoni is the right guy, and I think we're going to get back to more of the core of what we know and love. So I'm looking forward to it. Yeah.
Well, that makes me happy to hear, dude, that you're looking forward to it. And
yeah,
I just think, like, I think you're right. I think Dave taking over is going to bring us back to what we all know and love about Star Wars, you know? And it's like, Kathleen did get a lot of hate, over-deserved, or I should say not under-deserved. She did not deserve all the hate that she got. However, you're the president. You are the face of the company at that point in time. She is not solely responsible for all the decisions, but she's an integral part of the decisions being made.
Of course.
You know?
Yep.
But and what you were saying, there is a lot of things that, I mean, dude, there are pictures of Kathleen Kennedy sitting next to freaking Steven Spielberg and George Lucas on the set of Indiana Jones, and she's like, Kathleen Kennedy's been around. She's not a slouch. She has been a part of some incredible projects. But and just earlier, I was talking about everything that we've gotten from the Filoni verse. You got to think, Mandalorian, Kenobi, Ahsoka, some of Visions, Bad Batch, all Mandalorian and Grogu. All of these are because of Dave Filoni's creative directing and his insight as a Star Wars fan. You know what I'm saying? So it's.
Bsum said, you know, Andor too, which absolutely, right?
That's
Andor.
right. And that was a very, very well-received show by a lot of fans.
Absolutely.
Know? That's very true. Yeah. But she's been president for 14 years, and look at where the franchise is. It's very watered down. The fandom is very divided right now. You know, it's a weird time to be a great time nonetheless, but it's also a weird time. And that's not to say, like, Division has always been a part of, like, even when 99 came out, Phantom Menace, like, people were like, this isn't my Star Wars, you know. The same thing happened then that's happening when the sequels came out, you know. So it's that generational leap every time, you know. But Star Wars is Star Wars, man. And what's up, Endor dude? Hope you're doing well, man.
Yeah, how's it going, man? And plus, you know, you also get, you know, just a fact of life nowadays is you're always going to get keyboard warriors who just want to be inflammatory about everything. And fine. If that's what you want to do, I you know, it's a free country. You can do that if you want. But, you know, I choose to overall over the last 14 years, you know, I would say, was everything a home run? No. Were there plenty of them? Yeah, for sure. There was a lot of Star Wars I really enjoyed over the last 14 years. You know, some of it I didn't. But that's no different than anything else in my life, right? Like, I mean, who likes 100% of anything, right?
That's right. Yeah, exactly, man. That would make it boring, you know.
Right. So, you know, thank you very much. But I think you're right. I think it was time, and and let's see what happens. Now, having said that, the Mandalorian and Grogu is an interesting. So it comes out sort of right in between the outgoing sort of lame duck president and the new, more energetic president. And as I understand it, Filoni is integral part of Mandalorian and Grogu. So let's see what happens in the next couple of months. We've got the Super Bowl coming up, and there's always huge movie previews and stuff around Super Bowl time. So it'll be interesting to see if they start to promote it more, if they start tying products into it and all of that.
Yeah.
But I have a feeling, and I wanted to get your opinion on this.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think so. I think this one is caught in between, and I think it's going to be one of those solo type of things where it's almost forgotten about because of the times and things are happening. What do you think?
I feel like because of the lack of hype that's been surrounded, like that's the thing about Lucasfilm is they've almost been as second with their marketing as freaking Hasbro is. Like, dude, when the LA was going on, that should have been on a Yahoo in the article. Y'all should have been advertising the shit out of that. Have a whole section, an ad section on Amazon. Like, y'all have money to pay for these ads on websites. So like Lucasfilm has been almost just as bad not advertising or promoting their products, and it's like,
I agree.
Dude, Maul Shadow Lord, this is the granted now Star Wars animation, we're a little bit more used to that coming out than like versus a Star Wars movie coming to the theaters. That's a much more big deal, but it's like that used to be an event, and I feel like we've gotten away from that with the oversaturation of Star Wars. Me and you've talked about this too, man. Sometimes I almost wonder if there should just be no Star Wars, nothing for like 5 or 10 years. Just let it settle down, let people miss it. Let people actually miss Star Wars being around, because it's a constant right now. And like the oversaturation of everything, which granted, I love all the animation. I'm a huge Dave Filoni fan. It's just like, it feels like, and I never thought I would say this, it almost feels like there's too much out there, man. And Troy, thank you so much for the 499, brother. I appreciate you, man. Thank you.
I would agree. I think there is too much Star Wars. Now, I'm sure the chat's going to have a lot of things to say about that, but
yeah,
I've said, I think the last time you and I spoke, I said straight up, I think there should be a 3-year hiatus. Put everything on ice for 3 years.
Yeah.
Figure out what direction you want to go in.
Yep.
Where are we in Star Wars? And then come up with a new roadmap to get to where you want to go, right? Because in my opinion, and I'll be interested to see what chat says about this, I think there's some serious incontinuity. They have all these different shows at all these different times. And even myself, as a lifelong diehard Star Wars fan, it is very easy to get lost or confused about where exactly am I in the timeline?
Yeah.
What is happening? Because we've all had those moments where we're like, what in the fuck is going on here? Wait a minute, hold on.
Yeah.
And, I think that's a big problem. And, I know that Star Wars has always jumped around the timeline, but there's such a thing as too much. And I think that there needs to be a little bit more of a cohesive, this is where we're at, this is the direction we're going in, and we're going to continue to move in that direction with a lot less time jumping. Do you know what I'm saying?
I do, man. And I think because when you're trying to get somebody introduced to Star Wars, it's a lot, man. And then you're trying to explain to them, and they're like, wait, when does that happen? Because the way that the movies happen already, the future happens first, and then it's weird. It's hard explaining the movies and the timeline to people. Like, I had a friend of mine, for Christmas, we were watching Empire Strikes Back and Return of the Jedi, and he was starting to get into it and ask me questions. I could tell he was getting into it.
Yeah.
It's a lot for somebody that's not aware or used to like comic books or movies, or like understanding mythology, like just the mythos and lore in a franchise. It's a lot, dude. But now if you got somebody that's like they like Lord of the Rings, or they like Halo or something like that, they know about lore and backstory, they'll be able to kind of grasp it a little bit better. But even still, for us hardcore fans, it's hard to figure out just what place we are. Like, dude, Maul, that's people. I feel like people are a little confused about that. Like, the only thing we really know is it's between the Clone Wars and Solo, a Star Wars story. And we were talking about earlier, them not wanting to recast like Luke, Han, and Leia. The Solo movie, I think that was a damn good movie, man. I think that movie suffered so much from the time that it came out. That's a fun movie, dude. You know?
I agree completely. And the other thing, I know you and I disagree somewhat on this one. I know that you like the format of Maul as a cartoon or animation.
Yes.
In my opinion, Darth Maul is best when it's a live action person, a Ray Park type of a thing.
Yeah.
I think the cinematic factor of that is why we tune in for Maul, why I tune in for Maul. And if I'm being quite honest, the animated Maul, as cool as animated Maul is, it's a far cry from a live action Ray Park actor, you know, acrobat doing Maul. And so to me, I'm interested in the show, but I'm not super excited for it because it's not really what I want. And I think that that's another thing where they have to sort of, there's so many formats. There's 3D, there's 2D, there's live action, there's so many different Disney streaming show styles that, along with the timeline things, it's sort of like overwhelming and too much. And I think I think a 3-year hiatus to sort of figure their shit out would be a really good idea. So what does chat think about that? Have they been saying anything about it?
I'll tell you what, there's a lot of Solo love in chat right now. Like a lot of Solo love. Because Solo was a good movie, man. And like the guy who played it, I felt like he did pretty good as Han, man.
Oh, and Lando,
yeah, dude. Fuck, Donald Glover killed that part of his land. That swagger he's got is perfect, dude.
You know, I wonder that talk about a movie primed for a re-release. What if they re-released that? You know, and sort of gave it another shot. Would it be more popular? Was it just a really, I mean, it was right after that damn Last Jedi, which boy, oh boy, what talk about a chaser that just doesn't stand a chance, right? Like, you know, I mean, that's like trying to chase gasoline with, you know, milk, right? Like it's just not going to work, you know. And maybe a re-release for Solo, you know, give it a little love, you know.
I like Timbo's comment right here. I don't want to see less Star Wars. I really don't. But I just feel like right now, like it's kind of a watered down franchise. Now I feel like Dave Filoni, I feel like he's setting up something special and big, man. Like, you know, everything going on with Thrawn. He's bringing the Night Witches back to Dathomir right now. You know, we have Luke. Luke is the only real protector in the galaxy that we have right now because Ahsoka and Sabine are trapped on Peridia. We do have some of the Rebels crew, of course, and like the New Republic is starting their rise. Leia and Hera, all of them are, you know, the New Republic is growing, but it's like, I don't know, dude. It's I don't want to see less Star Wars. I feel like it's not a matter of you know, because oversaturation wouldn't matter if it was good. We wouldn't be calling it oversaturation. It would just feel like we were getting what we wanted, you know. And I feel like with the writing that when the company who is coming up with the movie basically tells you flat out like, oh yeah, we were trying to finish this movie by a deadline, so we just did it. We just wrote this to finish. That tells you all like they did not give a fuck about Star Wars, dude. They wanted the money. We all know it. Now I'm not saying nothing came good out of Disney Star Wars at all. There's been a lot of great media from Disney Star Wars, but Disney did not get Lucasfilm for the passion of the story. They got it for the money because they see Star Wars, they see money, you know.
Well, you know, I'll tell you one version of Star Wars I would like to see is Timbo's version of Star Wars because he's doing some great work out there, you know. And I mean, imagine, you know, sometimes I think the best Star Wars there is the Star Wars that's being generated by fans at the customizing level, at the writing level. I mean, every now and then you turn on YouTube or something, and the best Star Wars thing you ever saw was what a fan just made, a fan film or a fan custom. And you know, people like Timbo, people like Galactic Artisan Customs, and all those guys. You know, that's where Star Wars really is for me nowadays. I think I tune in more to my favorite content creators and customizers than I do the shows, because I like their interpretations more than Disney's. So that should tell Disney something, you know.
Star Wars Tales from the South Shore Mall.
Love it, man. Absolutely love it. If you haven't checked out Timbo's work, everybody, you got to check him out. He's He's pumping out some great stuff. Absolutely. Star Wars Collective, Galactic Artisan Customs as well as Star Wars Collective is also pumping out some great stuff. So, there's a lot of really great people in this chat who make some awesome content, on par with the designs that Disney does. So, yeah.
There's a lot of talented people in the community, man. There really, really is.
Yeah. Oh, what do we got there on the screen? What are we doing there?
Yeah. So this is that Durasteel Mando, and I think I know me and you, we love the Beskar look, but this is bounty hunter as fuck, dude. I know me and you were all about this look. Yep. I know this is your favorite look for Mando.
Love that. That's how I want him. I want him to look kind of like the Jack Sparrow of Mandalorians, right? Yeah, like he's got that sort of, it's not quite all together yet. I love that.
Yep. So it's been showing up. Some shipping data from Yak Face saying that this is going to be arriving in Target soon, along with the Coruscant Guard Clone Trooper and the Battle Droid Officer 2-pack. This is what I'm interested in. This is if you're interested in this, so that's cool. You'll be expecting to get that soon. The Coruscant Guard is pretty cool, but I want this, man. And then it comes with the alt hand. It's on the 3.0 mold. This is on that Glavis Ringworld body. So this is going to be just a really awesome, fun figure.
In some ways, I wish Mando could return to this outfit. I know he's got the super nice, and his armor is great. His Beskar armor is great, but it's almost a little bit too OP for me. Like he's just bit, and I'm like, I kind of want the older version of him with his rifle and his mismatched armor. I would like to return to that, But
it'd be cool to see some of his earlier missions when he wasn't just like, because now he's just a tank, dude. He can just take this shit. Whereas this, he had to be a little more strategic, play some chess,
Right. And I guess that has its place, and he's the hero, so of course. But I didn't tune in to watch Superman. I tuned in to watch a guy who might get shot and killed. Right. And
right.
And that's kind of where one of the things I think the Mandalorian suffers from in the last season is exactly that. There's almost a sense that he's impervious to any sort of danger, and he's got this, he's got the sword. He's aligned himself with all these people. He's got armor that's basically like impenetrable to everything. Okay. Well, then where's the story? Right? Like where do we take that? And I feel like this was a more fun time for Mandalorian in this particular outfit.
Yeah.
No, and put me down for two of those. I love that one. Yeah.
That's a great looking figure, dude. I'm so excited. I'm very, very pleased with the way it looks. And then we get the alt hand that's sculpted to hold the vibro knife, because the older one, it was too loose. Yeah, it couldn't hold it, man. It sucked.
What's up, Troy, by the way?
Got that Mando for $1,750. Crazy sale at Target. Damn, the day it dropped. Nice score, dude.
Wow, that's awesome. Man, that's pretty good. Yeah,
good deal.
What I'm talking about.
So a little bit of Hot Toys news. I am, me personally, and not picking this up, but I think it's cool because they're, basing off the TK Stormtrooper, that the TK is obviously very heavily inspired by Ralph McQuarrie's concept designs for the Stormtrooper. And you have the standard version right here, and then the deluxe that comes with this poncho and the base. And it's pretty cool looking figure. I got to say, while it's not for my collection personally, I got to admit, it's got a pretty badass vibe to it, man. Like the goggles and everything, and just this poncho, the soft goods on this poncho just look awesome, dude. He's got the DC-15 rifle right here, long rifle. So pretty cool looking figure. How's this look to you, man? You like this at all?
Yeah, I do. You know me. I mean, do I have Hot Toys? Yes. I really love that Imperial Commando. The Imperial Commando.
Oh, that thing's fire.
Is awesome looking.
Oh yeah.
The Stormtrooper is great. But that's $800. You're looking at $800 right there, right? Like, I mean, come on, man. I mean, that's a lot of cheddar for, and I think a couple of Black Series versions will do me just fine in those two categories. Like if I'm going to drop coin on a Hot Toy, it's going to be for a very recognizable, distinguishable character, a variation of a Stormtrooper Sure, there are some guys who collect only troopers.
Yeah,
but not
sure.
for $400. I can't do it for $400. You know?
Well, it's not quite that expensive. The standard version is only $230, which is a little bit better.
Okay, all right,
Yeah,
all
and
right,
then
all right.
the one with the poncho is $275. Still
Okay.
pricey, of course. It's not your Hasbro action figure, but you know, I feel like for $230, if you're a TK fan or just a Ralph McQuarrie fanatic and you're just obsessed with the concept art of Star Wars, I could totally see somebody grabbing this, you know, for $235. That's not, if you like the design, $230 is a no-brainer in my opinion. But yeah.
I think for $230, I want the most recognizable stormtrooper for my money. That's a little bit too obscure for me at that price point, you know.
No, that's I feel the same way as you, man. It's very cool, but just not quite for our collection. Yeah.
Right.
Rebel Scum, what's up, brother? Good to see you in chat,
man.
man.
How's it going, man?
Never late, man. Never
show up. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Look at that new profile picture. Well, not new profile picture, but newer profile picture. Looking fire. Got Maul on there, man.
Oh yeah. He's your boy, you know.
He's my boy. He's my boy, dude. So that's pretty cool. Now this one is, you know, just recently, a couple streams ago, you remember that company I was talking to you about called Gong that was doing that Batman figure?
Yeah, right. Yeah.
So they're actually doing a Hush Superman, and it's kind of got a Mezco vibe to it. It's got the, you know, soft goods fabric, very seamless look. It covers up all the joints and articulation, but I gotta say, man, it's a really good looking figure. I'm very impressed with it. I think this guy is rumored to be around 110 to 120 bucks or something like that, but he does come with some different Vine pieces to wrap around, because obviously in Hush, Poison Ivy takes control of Superman, yada yada, and he's got two different head sculpts. He's got one where he's very fucking pissed off. You can see right here, looking awesome. I love the leather look of the belt. The soft goods just look tremendous. You can see the shadow of the musculature underneath there, and then he's got the more stoic, regular Clark Kent type face sculpt. But how are you? How's this look to you, man? It look pretty good. Kind of scratching the itch at all?
Oh yeah. So
like
there are very few things in this world that appeal to me as much as a classic-esque Superman suit.
Very classic-esque.
Very I mean, and I said recently in a video, I'm like, you know what? Really, at the end of the day, it comes down to this: for superheroes in the world of superheroes, DC, Marvel, Dark Horse, whatever, you know, Spawn, all of that stuff. Let's face it, man. Superman is all you need. At the end of the day, he covers all your superhero bases.
Oh yeah, dude.
Right? Like Supes is the man. And you just can't beat the classic, man. If that is the Yankee pinstripes of the superhero world. You know what I'm saying? Right?
Oh yeah, dude.
That's the Yankee pinstripes, and I'm a Boston Red Sox fan, and I'm saying that's the Yankee pinstripes of the superhero world. That is an absolutely dope looking figure of the only superhero who matters at the end of the day. You know, so that is a banger of a figure, man.
It looks pretty killer, man. And
it's awesome.
Look at that.
Look at that. Oh. See that, when Supes has that cape flowing just right, and come on now, and I for one am a fan of the floor length cape on Supes, not the
yes. Yeah. This one is okay. I can. This is okay for me, but I don't like when it's like short up here, like under where the knees are at. It needs to be below the knees.
And look at that yellow S popping on the
back. Bro, you took the words out my mouth. Does that not look just so fucking good? That right there, that is like one of my favorite versions of his cape is with the yellow.
Oh yeah,
dude.
Boing.
Yeah, boing.
That is a boing right there.
Yes, sir. And then dude. Dude, look at it. Dude, bro is swole as fuck. He is jacked, brother.
Yeah, man. The belt looks really good in some of those pictures too. Like that, you know, it's slightly, very slightly modernized, but man, that is the classic Superman suit, like
without a doubt.
Yeah,
that little curl. See the hair curl.
Oh yeah, where's the boots, man? I want to see those boots.
Yeah, absolutely, dude. Check it out.
Show me those boots, huh?
Yeah, here's a good shot of the boots right here.
Right, there you go. Oh yeah. See, look at that. Yep.
You got the little V cut right there. You know, just classic, man. Classic
one.
soups right here, dude.
For $100, yeah, man. That's yeah. And does it come with like extra stuff at all? Do we know? Or
I do believe it does come with some. So he's got the. I know he comes with. Let's see here. He's got exclusive heat vision head replacement with a gradient effect. He's got the fabric cape with a built-in wire, and he's got the Superman emblem. It's that Superman emblem is actually a raised rubber print. So that's pretty freaking nice. That's going to feel premium when you're messing with it. And then obviously a lot of points of articulation, grip and hands can, and then yeah.
What? Awesome. Okay, so this is the what company again now?
This is called Gong Studios, GONG, Gong
Studios, man.
Yeah,
boy, they really nailed that one. That has me. That's a tripoder right there. That's
all day, man.
That's a good one, man.
God, dude, that shot right there, man.
Yeah, that is a fun one. Yeah,
so cool, man.
Yeah, you got me psyched for that one. I might pop on that one and just have it be the ultimate definitive Superman for the rest of my days.
It's
that one you're good.
Yeah, it's one of the. Yes, you get this is a one and done soups, man. It's so definitive, man. Like this is how I was talking about that Mezco Hulk figure to you. It's like you could buy that Hulk, and then that is the only one you could really need, and that is a good Hulk standing, man.
Well, I don't know if I told everybody this or not, but I received as a gift my first Mezco figure for Christmas.
Oh yeah, dude.
And it was Mezco G.I. Joe Destro with the silver head. And I gotta say, it comes with $100 worth of accessories that light up. Like, it's unbelievable. The Mezco, I got bitten by the Mezco thing hard. It's my first one. I had never even held a Mezco before. You can feel the weight and the quality. The figure itself is heavy.
Yeah,
it's so good.
That's awesome.
So if this is even close to that, I mean, that's a whole different level of figure, the Mezco thing,
Absolutely, dude. I want to get a Mezco eventually one day, just so I can have the experience of owning one and handling one. So who knows? Maybe one day. It might be this Superman or maybe that Hulk. I'm not sure.
Yeah, man, that soups. You might need that soups.
He looks killer, man. I thought you would kind of like, because I know how you are with Batman. I know you're kind of like a traditionalist. Same thing with soups, man. This is just classic. This is classic, man.
Right. This is like the brown and yellow. No, well, the brown and yellow Wolverine, or the classic Toy Biz Spider-Man, right? Like, it's up there with that level of awesomeness, in my opinion.
All day, dude. All day. Yeah. So I was going to look up this figure right here. So I actually seen the Muff Toys Studios Metropolis Protector. I actually seen Sir Dork do a review on this figure, and I'm trying to find some good pictures of it, because this is a really fun figure, dude. It looks really, really good. Let's try Muff Toys. Come on, man. Here we go. Let's see here. Let's see. I gotta show you this guy, man. So let's do it like this.
Oh man. Okay. Rebel Scum's got me excited now.
So this is a third-party figure. Obviously, why it's called the Metropolis Protector and not Clark Kent or Superman, but this is a straight up like Clark Kent vibe figure right here, dude. And he's got the Superman here. Come on. He's got the Superman underneath. I love the only thing about this figure is it's very small. It's like a smaller scale. Like, it's like 5.5 inches. It's very small, but look at the soft goods on it, dude.
So, that this is one of those, off scale figures, those kind of unique scale figures, but it's so good that it's a standalone piece on its own anyways, right? So
all day.
Man. Dude. So, and that's the one RebelScum420 was talking about, right?
Yes. Okay. The Muff Toys.
Damn, man, that looks really, really good. That looks really good. And if you're a kid from the 70s, like I am, and you grew up with Christopher Reeves, this has that Christopher Reeve vibe big time. Like it just has that awesome. The paper, right? Like that is so good, man. Wow, look at that. It even comes with a trench coat too.
Yes, dude. Yeah.
Oh, come on, man. That looks so cool. So good. Yeah. Well, okay.
I think this shot right here, though, that's how.
Yeah.
Oh.
All right. How much does that cost?
I don't know. I want to say this one is on eBay for 160. So that's a little,
it's a bit
little pricey, little price, and it's a 1/12 scale figure. But I'm telling you, it's not even. Right. I don't think it's 6 inches tall. It's a little bit of a smaller figure.
Yeah, they do that sometimes. It is what it is.
Yeah, dude,
that is really, really cool.
Yeah, all thanks for bringing that up, RebelScum.
Hell yeah, man, that's a good one for sure.
Cool.
But this one is a full one still, right?
Okay. Correct, man. Okay. Yeah. So, and then another thing that I wanted to talk about real quick, just some, he was originally $100, says RebelScum. That's not bad. For the soft goods and stuff like that. It's about a Mezco price.
Hundo, yeah, absolutely. Oh, man. That's a good deal for that. With all that
Sam
stuff.
says, yeah. Kind of pricey, but he likes it. Probably a limited run. Yeah, most likely. I would think so, Sam. Absolutely, man. And then R2 said, agreed, Hyper. It's completely Christopher Reeve, 70s kid here. Awesome.
Right. Man. Yeah, there we go.
R2 straight, R2.
Yep, that's right.
So then just wrapping up the last little bit of news tonight. This is kind of like just some random Cody news, but so I grew up playing. I had a Game Boy SP, and I played Pokemon. Y'all know I've been going down that rabbit hole lately, past couple months. But there was a game that I played with my brother, very specifically called. There was 3 different games featuring 3 different Pokemon that were all integral to the story. It was so you can see Ruby version, then there was a Sapphire, and then Emerald. So it's pretty cool. Where the Ruby version is actually getting a second game release. So I think that's pretty cool to see. This game came out over 20 years ago. So the fact that they're doing a sequel to this, just like this year, 2026 is the 30th anniversary of Pokemon. So you're probably going to see a lot of Pokemon stuff this year, as well as the first ever Lego Pokemon set was revealed this year. To think that there's never been anything Lego wise of Pokemon is kind of crazy, but this year we've seen our first Lego set revealed for Pokemon. But to see, like I said, seeing them doing this, revisiting the game this old, this is going to speak to my generation of Pokemon fans. Like I would say, like, born between 90 and 2000. This is like Gen 1 to Gen 3 era of Pokemon. This is like really, really cool for old school fans like me that grew up with Pokemon in the late 90s, early 2000s. So just wanted to talk about this real quick. I won't spend a whole lot of time on it, but I just thought it was just, I see this Pokemon Groudon. It's very dinosaur looking. And I just remember as a kid, just like this guy just always looked cool to me. So it's just really trippy to see Pokemon Ruby specifically getting kind of a revamp. So it's very hype, man. Very, very hype.
Well, sometimes I get these voice messages from Stone throughout the week, and he's all excited about he found some sort of Charmander, Charizard, this, that. I swear to God, it sounds like there's a samurai who just left a message on my phone. It's the craziest thing I've ever heard. And I'm like, what in the hell is he talking about?
Yes.
Did he just order some food at a hot pot place or something? I have no idea what's going on there.
It's the Charizard steak, brother. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And he's like, dude, I just found Charmander, Charizard, and I'm like, okay, all right, that's cool, man. Save me some, right?
Charizard is awesome, dude.
Charizard is something. Yeah.
Damn it, man.
Yeah.
So that was all of our toy news. Just kind of fun. We got about an hour about almost an hour and a half into the stream. So
yeah. Oh, yeah.
What I've been really looking forward to, man, and you've been posting content again. You've been getting back into making your dioramas, man. I for one am just like, it's very refreshing to see you posting again, man. I get excited, and I love your projects. Like I always say, it's like watching Bob Ross paint. It's just very therapeutic and relaxing to me. I just kind of put it on while I'm smoking in the background, So do you have anything near you that you'd like to show off what you've been working on lately, dude?
Yeah, sure. And just so people know, so I just bought my second 3D printer, and I bought it. I bought it actually a little bit towards the end of last year. So now I own a resin one and I own a filament one.
Yes.
And I do 3D print stuff. I do. And I've said it again many times, but it's worth saying again. You know, it's a good thing to 3D print. It can save a lot of time and it can save a lot of money, and it can be exactly what you want at the press of a button, and that's awesome. But I enjoy the craft of doing it, the craft work itself. And so you can enhance your craft work with 3D elements, but I don't want to just press a button and make the entire diorama without having put in some of my own work. And so, you know, because I have had a couple of people say, oh, well, you know, do you ever use a 3D printer? The answer is absolutely yes. I own 2 of them. But having said that, when you get into it, and like Stone was just saying, you know, there's a relaxation element to it, and there's a relaxation, the art of relaxing is kind of important these days, you know? And so you can get lost into it. And I know, Stone, you can speak to it, and I know a lot of the people in the chat can speak to it. You know, you've done dioramas yourself, and when you make it with your own hands, there's nothing quite as satisfying as looking at that and going, oh my God, look at what I just did with my own 2 hands. Would you agree?
I would totally agree. It's very cool to see something that was just sitting on your desk or your workbench as just, it starts out as materials, and then to see you like, you look at it and you're like, damn, I made this. Like, I made this, that looks like this, or this looks like that. And then like you made it with your own 2 hands. And it's just like, that's the whole saying, life imitates art, art imitates life. It goes both ways, man. I think you're absolutely right, dude.
Would you mind playing part 1
in every year?
Minute,
absolutely,
the first minute or so of part 1 from the beginning, dude. And that way people can kind of get an understanding of what we're doing, what I'm doing.
Yeah, dude.
Okay, cool.
So we'll get me kind of, here we go, we're getting into it. Do you want me to pull up the your actual project?
Oh, you can turn the volume up too, man, if you want, just so they understand what the
outcropping that we did.
Yeah, I'm gonna start it all over.
So this is a good jumping on point if you're interested. You can kind of understand the process.
Everything sound good, everybody?
Welcome, everybody, to the first diorama build of 2026. This year, as in every year, I'm going to hold myself to doing 1 diorama every month for the next 12 months. We're going to see how close we get. Let's see. I think I did maybe about 8 projects last year, which isn't too bad. Yeah. But here's just a quick recap of some of the jungle that I did last year. Here's a Tatooine display with some buildings. Here's more Tatooine and more jungle. There's a little outcropping that we did. Basketball hoop even. I did some basketball hoops. We did a really cool G.I. Joe canyon wall diorama. We did a Tatooine hut. We did Geonosis. There's a kind of just a generic rock field that we did. More of the jungle. And then we get to one that I was really proud of. I revisited the snow and ice of Hoth, or the Arctic, and polar scenes. And I was really excited to show this to everyone. And it's also building on the diorama I did of the Wampa Cave a couple of years ago. Now, just my luck, as things go, this particular polar panorama diorama was my least popular, at least from views and comments. And I was really saddened to see that, because I was really hoping it would be popular, because we're going to do a diorama build on it. So we'll just have to see how things go. But I promise to make this worth your while, and we'll add a few really cool Hoth elements to it from the classic Empire Strikes Back series. So what do you say? Let's get going.
So Stone, pause it for 1 second, man.
So the first thing we have to discuss.
Thanks. So basically what I'm doing there is I'm kind of giving you a recap of all the projects that we covered last year. Now, I built about 5 or 6 of those projects and did tutorials on them. And then a couple of them I just photographed. So you can go back and look at the catalog that I've done of the work, and it kind of takes you through how to do all the steps. But because it's a new year in 2026, we're going to go back and I'm going to show you how to do all the steps, how to make the the paper mache, how to make the rocks, how to cut it all again, and just sort of, so in the second half of this video, and then in parts 2 and part 3, you go through and you kind of cut the, so skip forward to another couple of minutes in this video, Stone, so they can just get an idea of what we're doing.
Yeah, let's go come to right about here.
We're going to use is this really awesome 4-inch Hoth Rebel Snowspeeder from about 2013. It's a really fantastic mold. It's the updated mold.
Thank you.
It's got fantastic looks, and we're gonna use that. It's going to be an integral piece. And then the other thing that we're going to use is I happen to have one of these spare.
Yeah, so we're going to start
right about here.
Yeah,
that's drawing the edge. Now, in this instance, I'm not going to cut along the back. The back is going to be sort of a support that I'm going to build up. So there's no need really to cut that. But here I am. I'm sort of getting my basic shape.
Thank you so much.
If you've watched any of my videos before, I really like what's called a live edge on my products, on my projects. So here I am. I'm sort of just taking my Sharpie marker.
So stop it for 1 second there,
defining my cut line.
Absolutely, man.
And it's going to be that sort of uneven.
So basically, you know, you don't have to watch the whole thing right now, but the idea being that, you know, one of the things that I like to do is sort of take all the classic tools and the old school things that they used to do on movie sets and make them. So, you know, nowadays, of course, they 3D print things and they make awesome props and they make, you know, green screen backgrounds and things. But back in the day, what I try to do is I've spent a lot of time going through the Lucasfilm archives, and I've studied how the model masters used to make their backgrounds and scenes and things. And I try to take some of that and put it on a scale that anybody can do. So like there's some of my work there of Tatooine or some sort of thing like that. And so, you know, it just takes you through all the different things that, you know, all the different projects and landscapes and things that were seen throughout Star Wars. But this year, I'm going to start incorporating doing buildings and more technical features along with the landscapes. Last year, we did basic. The whole idea of the series is last year, if you want to learn how to do basic landscape stuff, that was it. And then this year, 2026, we're going to take that basic landscaping that we learned how to do stoned, and we're going to add features and buildings and equipment, and we're going to scratch build some stuff. And so right here, I've got a new project, and
Let's go.
I'll just show you real quick. So basically at the end of that video, what I do is I took this and I made, this is the base. And so in part 2, you can see that I've actually put some texture on this. And so the texture on the top there is, if you think about in the real world, there's always divots and holes and rocks and puddles and things. Even in snow, there's, if you think about slush and piles of snow and things like that. So what we're going to do is we've gouged out some of the top here, and I've made this very, very rough surface. And that's going to be, even like I said, there's going to be snow, but there's also going to be puddles and slush and ice and things like that. And in part 3, 4, and 5, we get into how to put all those icy features and things in it. So there I am gouging out some of the material there. And I know it looks like a mess right now, but Stone, you've done some of these techniques. It all comes together pretty cool, doesn't it? Like,
no, I have you got me into diorama building, dude, and this is a technique. It seems like right at the beginning, you're just like, you're wasting your money. Like, yeah, why am I tearing up? I just spent fucking money on this. But like the end result, if you just take your time and let things play out, this effect that Hyper has shown me is just, I mean, this is the thing about nature, man, is nothing is perfect, but everything is exactly the way it's supposed to be. All the rocks are beautiful, but they're all different. There is no perfect rock. I mean, there is, but there's not, if that makes sense. So like doing it like this is just a little bit of imperfection makes it perfect, in my opinion. It just imitates real life.
So there's a picture, Stone, in your gallery of photos there. There's a picture of a snowspeeder flying over a snow field, and you can see the ice effect, the ultimate ice effect. Go back up there. You know what I'm talking about there?
I think.
Where is it? Go back down a little bit. I thought I saw it in there somewhere. Where'd it go?
I thought I saw it too, man. I think I know which one you're talking about. No, not this
no,
one.
not that one. Go to actually the video of part 1. I think it's the thumbnail for the video.
Okay, let me go back.
Go to that. Good. I think that's it. You go to part 1 of the new video build.
And you're talking about with the snow speeder?
There's a snow speeder flying over it, and it'll say like Hoth diorama or something like that. And but anyways, the whole point is that, you know, what we're going to do this year is we're going to do the basic work, the craftsmanship of it, the actual cutting and gouging and painting and sculpting and all of those things that we did in, let's call last year season 1. And in season 2, we're going to add things, and we're going to do 2 things. We're going to scratch build some things, and I've got something right here that's kind of cool. So Stone, you were commenting on this a little while ago. It's really, really fun to scratch build different things. Timbo and Galactic Artisan Customs, and so many people are really good at world building. And here I'm actually taking that, and I'm going to make my own version of it. And so like here, right here, I took this cup. I took this plastic cup that you can just buy. It's like a 3-pack of cups for like at the dollar store. And what I did was I took a Christmas ornament, one of these Christmas ornament bulbs. You can actually see what I'm doing there on the screen. And then the Christmas ornament, what I'm trying to replicate is my own type of Hoth cannon, like an ion cannon. And so what we're going to do is we're going to scratch build this really cool ion cannon from a cup and a Christmas ball, and we're going to detail it out, and we're going to make it look like some sort of piece of equipment that was on Hoth, like that. That's kind of what we're going to go for. Yeah. That's the ion.
I love how you kind of, it's just very innovative. You took what you had and you're making it work to your mind's memory, to your mind's eye. And I love that, dude. I really love the ingenuity here that you're showing.
So what I wanted to do was, I know that the ion cannon in the movie was this gigantic ground-based weapon, but I thought, well, they might have like a smaller version of it that's like a drone type of a thing for guarding an entryway or something like that. So I thought it would be fun to make sort of a smaller version of it. So that's what I'm going to do. And I'm cutting out these different pieces. So this is a piece that will go with the other larger piece, and I'll put that on it there. And I'm kind of using that for size reference and things. But so anyways, and that's kind of the look that we're going to go for. There's going to be this sort of, you know, very haphazard Rebel Echo base look that we're going to replicate. And it should be a fun build. So there I am. And, you know, you can just kind of see what's going on there. But if you want to join me on this build, it's going to be a lot of fun. It's going to be the Hoth base, Echo base. And really what it is, it's going to be like, I'm not going to do an exact model of the Hoth Echo base. I'm going to do my interpretation of it. So it's going to be recognizable as Hoth and the Echo base, but it's going to be the Hyperdrive version of it. So that makes it a little bit more fun because, you know, you want to put your own stamp on it. And so that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to sort of hyperize the Echo base, you know. So I hope people join me. And I put out about one new episode, and they're somewhere between 4 and 7 minutes per episode. And this series is going to probably be about 15 episodes or so to complete it. So hopefully you want to join me along the way. And also, Stoned, I am not claiming to be an expert on anything. And so if people have better ideas, I love to hear about them. So, you know, please, if you say, man, you're doing it all wrong and I got a better way, I want to hear it. Please. I love learning from people, and I learn every day from people. So anyways, that's my new project. And then after this one, diorama number 2, I had promised your Mama Mando last year we were going to do Endor, and we are going to do Endor after Hoth. So we're going to kind of stick with the OT for the first 3 or 4 months of the year, do those, and then and then I've got some other things, but Hoth first. So Hoth Echo base first, and then we're going to go into the Ewok Endor for the next couple of months after this one's done. So
awesome, dude. Hell yeah, man. That's all. It's cool to see you back doing your thing, man. And I like that effect that you had. I think is it this video here, or it might be the next one. Oh yeah, I think it's part 3, dude. When you put the Mod Podge in,
Oh yeah, yeah.
on part 3, it looks like stomped down snow, man. The way you pulled that effect off, I just feel like it worked very well, man.
I don't know. Is there a way that you can pull up that TIE bomber picture any bigger?
No, I wish there was, man. Let me actually try.
So I actually have that. That was my finished polar panorama diorama, and it's just a polar ice field, but there's lots and lots of ice and sludge and things in it that kind of make it. You know, a lot of times I think people think of the Arctic as pure white, but it's really not. There's
a lot of blues and purples,
pinks and reds.
Yeah, man.
Translucent ice and things. So it's really a lot of fun to do, and it kind of pushes your limit. Oh, there's a Wampa cave that I did along the same lines. There's blues and whites and things like that in it. And so all of those pieces are going to try to tie together as one big massive Hoth complex, you know. So
very cool, man. I'm glad to see you back in the saddle doing some stuff, man. I love your work.
Yeah, thank you, man. So there's a basketball hoop I did for you guys. Yeah. So I had fun last year. I started doing some of these basketball courts, which are kind of fun. And
I have that actually.
Yeah,
it's right here on this shelf over here.
So
it's awesome.
Yeah, I mean they're just kind of fun little things. So, you know, if you like doing those types of things, I've got tutorials on those, whatever you want. But what are your projects going to be? You said you want to do another dio. What are you going to do?
Yeah, I do need to get back in the saddle, man. I want to make something this year. I'm really, for some reason, I really find that jungle environments and forest environments are a lot of fun for me, but I want to do something that's a little bit, I still want to do a swamp. I haven't quite done, I want to do a legit like marshy swamp, you know, and I feel like, I mean, you've done that. I have something to go based off of your other tutorials that you did for, like you put a lot of your Joes and your little dinosaur figures that you have with it. Like I like that vibe a lot. And then you made yours a little bit more modular than I would probably go after. I would probably make it all like one piece. Like, you know how some of my other pieces are. Like I have, well, you can't see it here, but I kind of make mine all in one set. But I like how you kind of make different pieces and they kind of just complement each other. It's all one piece, but they're separated. It's really cool.
Well, you know, if you want to do that, you know, you can do it with swamps. You can do it with anything you want.
Jacob.
What's that? What does he say?
He was saying getting the die ready for that Nanmu realm.
Oh, yeah, better leave it. Now, Stone is not going to make a diorama for a figure that he has. Stone is going to make a figure for a diorama for a figure that's coming. Right. So, right. So
that's right.
Get down to that.
I like where your mind's at. You and Jacob know me, man. Y'all know me.
Where you got a diorama that you can reach within arm's reach over there.
Yeah, absolutely. I'll grab one real quick for sure. I'll grab both. I only have 2.
Grab one of yours, yeah. Because Stone has really. You did 2, but man, they are really good. They're really, really good, man. And by the way, thank you very much, Star Wars Collective. I appreciate that.
So I'll just show off this was my first one real quick, and this is Hyper made a Geonosis diorama, and it just really inspired me. So this is my first diorama ever, courtesy of Hyper's inspiration, motivation, and I made the Geonosis arena, or like Geonosis battlefield for my ATTE by Micro Galaxy Squadron. And good. Thank you so much, man. So what I did was this is all foam piece. You can see this live edge here. I just kind of crooked it up, made it look raw. Honestly, I probably could have taken the paint and like, you know, taken this reddish brown all the way to the end to make it look more in universe. But I thought the black just kind of made it pop a little bit and just kind of give it like a premium statue feel a little bit. You can see a little bit of sloppiness down on here, but the little tiny rocks, those are actually crushed up sunflower seeds just to add some texture. Hyper used you use some kind of
crushed lemon peel.
Fresh lemon peel. And I like the look of yours too. And that's what made me, I was like, man, how do I get that stuff? And Amazon, it was kind of expensive. My wife was like, why don't you just use these sunflower seeds and crush them up? And then I did, and it worked beautifully, man. And then these little rocks you see are actually also courtesy of some of Hyper's inspiration. Is these more jagged ones you see are actually pieces that I carved off and I just saved, and I just kind of placed them around on here. and then the little tiny ones, the little circular ones, are actually made out of paper mache. They're just toilet paper, glue, and paint. And then I kind of made some little. You can see some little craters and valleys here and there. You know,
All right.
you can use this for whatever scale. It doesn't have to be for ships. You could put a 6-inch action figure on this if you wanted to. You know.
All right, chat. Here we go. Let's decide for Cody. Chat. What do you want Cody to make next? What
I'll take
do you
that.
want Cody to make next?
Yeah. Chat.
And,
what diorama should I make next?
Here, blow this one up for a second because I've got a little update
dude.
here.
Yeah.
We'll get back to yours in a second. But so that ion cannon that I'm doing. So I've cut out the base, and then I've got that plastic cup, and I've got the Christmas ornament, and then the actual barrel of the cannon. If you look carefully there, I don't know if anybody can tell what that is, but that's actually a top to a dish soap dispenser from like a cheap bottle of dish detergent. So, you've got all these really cool elements. So this is all going to be painted up, and I'm going to add a lot of accent pieces on it and hoses, and I'm actually going to add some electronics to make it flash and some stuff. So, but this is just how do we kind of put it together? So, I mean, within arm's reach of your trash bin or your recycle bin, you've got an ion cannon, like a pretty convincing, cool looking ion cannon from a dish soap nozzle, a Christmas ornament, and a plastic cup and a piece of foam.
It's perfect.
And you won't believe, I think Stone would agree, within a couple more episodes, you won't believe what that can look like with very simple tools and things that you already have. That's the whole point too, Stone, is, you and I, we try to do things, we try not to spend a lot of money, and you already have everything you need to get this stuff going, right? Like,
absolutely,
for the most part, right? I mean, for the most part, you got toilet paper and glue and probably a piece of foam around, and you can get going on it.
Yeah, and you don't need, I think another thing people get confused about Hyper 2 is like, you don't need I mean, excuse me, pardon me. Are there better quality paints and lesser quality paints? Yes, but for projects like this, you don't need high quality glue or high quality paint. You can do this with Apple Barrel 79-cent, 89-cent paint. Like, you don't need anything. Like, anytime you get a package comes in and you have some foam that came in with it, save that kind of stuff. It does feels a little weird collecting trash, but like those little scraps and stuff, they may seem like trash, but when you have a little piece of styrofoam or something and you just have some Mod Podge or glue to like really seal and paint everything up, it really can. Those little pieces of trash you can turn into something really cool,
And Stone, the other thing too is on my channel, I do this show called Hyperized, and I've got a few episodes to post. And I've had many really, really good, awesome guests on it, really good artists. And every single artist, whether you're doing a custom of a hot toy or a diorama, the 79-cent Apple Barrel paints are the paints of choice almost unilaterally, right? You really don't need expensive stuff. You really don't, and if you're into customizing, or if you wanted to try or do a diorama or any of that stuff, walk into your Walmart and just start with some inexpensive things, and you'll find that those will be adequate for almost every single project that you have moving forward for years. I mean, I've been doing this for 40 years, and I don't spend any money on really expensive paints. I can do everything I want with the cheapest paints. And your spice rack, right? Like your spice rack. Look at that thing. Look at how good that looks. That's your second diorama, man, right?
Yes, sir. This is my second one, man.
That looks really good, man.
Thank you so much, dude. You've been a great teacher, great mentor, dude. I've taken a lot of your tips. And now one thing that I did mess up on, Hyper, and I should have probably concurred with you on this, but I was trying to impress you. You can hold on, let me change my light. I put a little too much water in with my glue, so you can see I was kind of going for a stream there, but I wasn't thinking. My dumb ass, like, dude, you got to think, Cody. The water is going to separate from the glue because the glue and they're different viscosities, and you can see the warpness. The water soaked into obviously it didn't damage it or anything, but like you can see I was trying, because at first, dude, it looked very deep. It's got a little glisten to it. It looks like it's a little shallow now, but it not quite what I was going for. But thank you so much, man. Thank you.
Well, man, if you are interested, hang in there, because the Hoth diorama, we're going to use a lot of fake water effects, and we're going to do the glue treatment just like you were talking about. So you can buy a water effect from the hobby store, or I can show you how to use it glue, and we can
I would like that.
Yeah. So
yeah, I would like that, man.
That's coming up real soon. So yeah, but anyways, yeah, thanks for doing that. You and I have talked about 2026 really getting back into putting this as a big part of it, because it's so fun. You can buy all this stuff all day long, but at the end of the day, you still want to like make it your own, and so that's why this is a really fun part of the hobby, and something that I know I'm super passionate about, and Stoned is definitely becoming passionate about it too. So that's really cool. And if anybody has any questions, please, you can ask me about it. I know Star Wars Collective, we talk all the time. Galactic Artisan, Timbo and I, we talk all the time, and you can join our chat too. We have a great Stoned and Hyper Crew chat on Instagram, and we're always sharing ideas and customs and stuff like that on it. So, I encourage you to do that too if you want to do it, because there's great people far better than me out there doing it, and we're all swapping ideas,
So I just got to do a real quick shout out before we get into Treat Show Shelf tonight. I don't have a whole lot, because obviously January we all spend a lot on our loved ones, and Christmas time and stuff like that. I think all of our wallets and purses are a little swamped out right now. So I don't have a whole lot of pickups. A lot of my pickups were actually gifts that were sent to me. But I did need to give a quick shout out, because some of my gifts tonight for Treat Show Shelf are from TroyWarsHere, and you can see this absolutely gorgeous display on your screen right here. And there's a lot going on. And Troy actually gave me some world building elements. I've seen we were just kind of talking about dioramas and stuff, getting back into it. When you have a place for your figures, granted, there's nothing wrong with just sitting them on the shelf or putting them on an acrylic riser next to each other. But when you have like a diorama or a scene built out, man, that's when it just hits so much harder. And Troy has had, he's got a lot of different scenes going on here. You can see he's got some, it's kind of hard to see, but he's got like a whole cantina area, a whole Doc Ondar shop. He's got little different areas set up, and I really like that. But so, like I said, go check out TroyWarsHere real quick.
He's awesome.
Very good guy, man.
Yep.
But I did get gifted. So I got some 3D printing stuff, and I was gifted, and he did not let me even pay for shipping. I tried to offer him payment for this, but he sent me a 3D printed cantina set that I can now use for my display. And I am just eternally grateful for this. This is going to look so epic. I'm going to integrate it somehow, somewhere in my New Hope display, or maybe I'll even just make it a random bar, But this thing is the metallic print on this. This is the kind of shit that makes me think about getting a 3D printer, man. But it's just so simple, but yet it says it's simple but effective. It does so much, it just tells the story of a figure.
Yep. That's fantastic looking. That's Hasbro level right there. That doesn't look, that's right on par with the damn HasLab thing, that I bought.
I was really impressed with how good it looked, man. It looks very, very good.
Yeah.
And then the other thing I needed to show is, pardon me. He also sent me these two cabinets and these like little curio display cases. He's had some extras just sitting around, and again, wouldn't let me pay for them, wouldn't even let me pay for shipping. He just shipped them to me because he's a great guy and he wanted me to have them. And I see why you guys, like all you world builders out there, like, Timbo and Galactic Artisan Customs, Hyper here making dioramas, and even Jacob, Star Wars Collective in chat, he's gotten into kit bashing. He's made some customs of his lately, as well as Troy. He's done some modifications. He does repaints and stuff like that. But these are all accessories that I had just sitting in baggies, man. Now I feel like I get to see them and use them a little bit, and it just helps it. I want to do a time lapse and record me placing everything, but dude, I just got carried away. I was playing. I was playing with my fucking toys, man, and before I knew it, I was already halfway done. I was like, you know what? Fuck it. Maybe I wasn't supposed to. Maybe this wasn't supposed to be content. Maybe I was just supposed to feel like a kid again.
Exactly.
Yeah, and it was really. I just had such a fun fucking time figuring out how I wanted everything to look. Like how I was thinking, like if I was Doc, how would I want people to see my display and come in here like, I'll take that indoor helmet. Where'd that come from? Or that jetpack's nice. Is that real Beskar? You know, all that like little universe banter. I just love how this thing came to life. And I actually do have it a part of my display now. I wish I took another picture of it, but this kind of stuff, man, if you've been thinking about buying a couple pieces that are already 3D printed, or you've even been as far as considering a 3D printer itself, I would recommend it, man. I personally am going to continue to support people who make the files and print the files. I'd rather just do it that way. I don't see myself using a 3D printer that much. But Hyper, I know you actually have a resin printer, correct?
Yeah, I do. Yeah.
So like, you know, obviously resin, it's a lot different material. It gives off an odor. It's not quite like filament, but with the resin type printers, you can get a lot more detail. It's a little bit of a softer, you know, mold and stuff like that. What would you say, like, if people were going to get into printing, would you recommend them going the 3D filament route or the resin printing? Because isn't resin also a little bit more expensive?
I would go filament all day, every day.
Okay.
Because the filament printers are really, really, really good now. They're really, really good. I mean, some of the 3D printed items that you have, Stoned, when you look at them,
yeah,
I'm sure you can see some very, very fine lines.
Thank you, brother.
Overall, those filament 3D printed items that you have look awesome, don't they?
It blows me away. Like I didn't, it was something that I didn't realize I was missing in my display, you know? And it's like, now I don't know, man. I'm thinking about a whole bunch of stuff. Like even Brian, he might be working tonight, but GenXBrian, our moderator, basically, he's got a really cool, like little Dagobah hut scene, you know, which is really awesome.
Yep. I definitely think it, I wouldn't say don't buy a resin printer, but I would say if you're starting out, buy a filament printer. That's what I would say. Okay.
Gotcha,
so a resin printer is a whole new level of fucking pain, quite frankly. Okay.
Yeah.
So you got to really know the ropes, in my opinion. I think a filament printer is a great way to start and probably finish too. Like I really don't like using my resin printer all that much. It's expensive, it's messy, it's wasteful. Yeah, okay. It's a little bit finer detail, but like, you know, give me a break, right? So that's what I would say if anybody wants the 3D printer. But yeah, maybe there's other people who feel differently, but I think the consensus is filament is the way to go. You know?
Yeah, I think I've again, I don't own a printer. I know you're a little bit more knowledgeable about that stuff. It's just, you know, me reading and, you know, hearsay or whatever, talking with people. But real quick, I did want to give a quick shout out to Cassidy here. He is the creator of Cube Squadron, which I actually, for my members of Clan Stone, you just watched that video. Yeah, I just did a video on that last night. Just kind of, he hit 1,000 followers on his Kickstarter campaign yesterday.
Yeah, so he's good. He deserves it. Yeah,
he does. Absolutely, man. So just congrats to Cassidy. Go check out Cube Squadron. Matter of fact, we'll just look him up right here, right now, real quick.
I am a huge fan of your work. Just so you know, I am an absolute slobbering fan of Cube Squadron. He's awesome. He's awesome stuff.
Hit 1,000 followers. It's just a freaking awesome milestone. And what this Kickstarter is it's not an obligation to back it. All it is this is just a great way for Cassidy to develop, to just gauge interest in what he's trying to do here. And I think getting this 1,000 is a huge step for what he's doing here. And I'll just give y'all a quick look here. Like, look at this Imperial hangar bay. Just absolute, as the kids say, peak. This is Cassidy must live in the mountains, because this is peak right here, man. Just absolutely amazing. Like, and Hyper, me and you, you know, especially at the beginning of 2024, late 2023, me and you were really heavy and just like infatuated with Micro Galaxy Squadron.
Oh,
you know, we slowed down a little bit.
It's still my favorite line of the.
You're still heavy, yeah.
Oh yeah, I love it. Yeah, I think it's just fantastic. You know, that shuttle that you bought. I mean, look at that. Doesn't it make you want to get the shuttle out and go do that now? Like,
absolutely. Yes, it does.
Insane, man.
It is beautiful.
Cube Squadron,
absolutely gorgeous, man.
For the win every time, right? Like, and that's the beauty of it. That's the beauty of a 3D printer. I mean, that is gorgeous work. You know, it's gorgeous work, and it's just, I'm in awe of that type of project.
Yeah, so I just this, if y'all are not aware, and if you collect Micro Galaxy Squadron, this is like he's got different. Well, this is a video. This is I like how he does this stuff too. He's showing you how the product is going to look in hand. Like this is like a look at this hyperspace vibe right here, dude.
Yeah, it's super cool.
This is amazing, and this is something that you look at. And I said this in my video, which if y'all would be so kind, it is only active for channel members right now. I do have a whole video talking about Cube Squadron, so if you would be so kind of check that out, it will go public sometime this coming week. But I did just need to get seen Cassidy in here. You're very welcome, man. Me and Hyper love your product, and we just really look forward to what you have going on for you in the future, man. And he says thank you, Hyper.
Well, I'll tell you what, I'm glad that we spend all of our time talking about Hasbro and other companies that make mass products for everybody, but once in a while you got to take a step back and you got to look at all the people who are in chat, and we are so lucky, Stoned, to have, like, we have an incredibly talented group of people here, like really, like,
yes, we do.
It's unbelievable. And I mean, look at some of this work, and you go, wow, man, how about we take a moment and sort of give thanks for these cats doing this, because
absolutely,
this is the real stuff, man. This is the stuff. I mean, you could put a plastic Star Wars figure on your shelf and it looks pretty good, but this is a whole new level of holy shit. Now that is what I'm talking about, and
yeah,
kudos to all the creators. The real nuts and bolts creators, awesome.
This Docking Bay 94, man, when I first seen this, I was like, holy shit. This is, I want all of them. I mean, I'm being real. I want all of them. But like this one here just speaks to me. This one and the Imperial Hangar and Yavin, they just speak to me on another level, man. But just something about the Twin Suns, the Falcon, like, dude, it just complements the ship, but like the ship is still the centerpiece. Like your attention is still on the vehicle, but
absolutely. And the other thing that's really worth mentioning, Stoned, is we were talking about this hot toy is only $230, right?
Right.
Well, that's fine, but like when you take the time to create a diorama or a custom figure, there is so much more value in it. And for look at this. This is taking a $30 Micro Galaxy Squadron item and turning it into something way cooler than that.
Absolutely,
than that hot toy. I mean, way cool. And it's just so immersive, and it's so recognizable, and that is true artistry right there. And without corporate backing, without Chinese manufacturing, like this guy is doing this for the love,
absolutely.
Like the Savage Land is doing incredible stuff for the love. Galactic Artisan is doing it for the love, and it's just we got to take a moment and just recognize these people, and damn, it's good stuff.
So,
anyways,
no, you're spitting facts, man. You're absolutely right, dude. And this one here also speaks to me because if it's kind of hard to see, I might be able to get my camera to follow me. If you look up here, are you going to follow me? Okay, no, it was following me. Are you going to follow me now? All right, if you look right up here, I actually have the trench run. I have two fighters with Darth Vader's Imperial TIE, his advanced TIE fighter, with Luke's X-Wing being chased down by them. So this one right here, dude, just like this trench run, the level of detail, dude. And the thing about these two is it's like, if you have room, you can go all out. He's got different sizes, but like these little small ones, which I feel like a lot of us, that's dust and shelf space. That is the common enemy of all collectors. It is. We all come down to it unless you're rich. Then you have plenty of space, and but this one too, man. So and something else that he was doing too is he was doing polls for the fans. He had, see these arm pieces coming down here? He did a poll to see if people liked a black plastic or if they liked the translucent kind of clear gray, and I think him going out of his way to see what his consumers what his target audience would want. I just feel like that's really admirable. That's cool to see, like, what people would prefer to make your product as appealing as possible to your fan base, you know?
Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah.
So cool, man.
And again, I'm putting this is a fan-made creation, essentially, right?
Yeah.
And, you know, then you got Carbonites, who's doing fan-made creations. And, you know, you look at the community and you're like, the best stuff is coming out of the community. I'll die on that hill, right? Like, look at that. That's just awesome looking. Yeah.
It's beautiful, man. Real quick, Felix says, hello, guys. I had that Teridium shuttle, and I put a black wash over it to give it a more realistic look because out of the box, it's too clean, which is, it does have a little bit of a wash on it, but I totally get you putting a little bit extra on there. There's nothing wrong with that, Felix, and thank you for stopping by, man.
So you know what, Felix, what you should do is, if you want to, send us some photos of that, and we will talk about it on the next mail call, right?
Yeah,
so,
you know what, Hyper, thank you for saying that, man. That's a great way to kind of, because I always kind of forget about it. We do have a email. If you guys ever want to show off your displays or just ask us questions or have suggestions for the show, like Hyper was just saying, you can send any kind of picture. You do a wash or a custom or change up your shelves, get a cabinet, send it here and we'll talk about it, you know, and we'll check it out. It's a lot of fun.
We'll do a whole feature on you, Felix. Absolutely.
Yep. Speaking of doing a whole feature, I feel like at some point we should probably get Cassidy on just to talk about more about the Cuban Squadron, you know?
Oh, definitely. Yeah.
That'd be a good time. So, Cassidy, if you'd be interested in that, let me and Hyper know, man.
I'd like to do a hyperized with him too, you know.
That'd be awesome. That'd be so cool. Absolutely, man.
So, yeah.
And Cassidy says one of the best parts about this entire project has been getting the feedback from other fans, such as awesome, knowledgeable, and talented. Such an awesome, knowledgeable, and talented community. Cassidy, you're absolutely right, man. You said very, very well said.
Yeah. Yeah. And for whatever reason, like I said a few minutes ago, for whatever reason, you're all hanging out here with us, which is insane. We get the best ones, man. I'm telling you.
We do. We're a small community, man. You're absolutely right, dude. But we're just, I feel like everybody that we say all the time, our chat is greeting new people that come in here before we even get the chance to. You know, I just feel like we might be a smaller side of the community, but everybody that we have here, just we all carry our weight, and we're just thankful for all of you that spend your Saturdays or your random Thursdays whenever we're streaming. We appreciate y'all so very much, man. It means a lot to me and Hyper, that's for sure.
Hey, wait a minute. Speaking of talent, I think it's time. We all came for one reason tonight, Stoned.
Mm-hmm.
Your WATTO impersonation because of the WATTO release. All right. Where is it?
Gotta do it.
You got to do it. Come on. Hit us with a WATTO.
All right. Here's a WATTO. Just in honor of us actually finally getting WATTO.
Right. Exactly. Here's
a WATTO impression. I'm a Toydadian. What do you think? Oh, fuck. I fucked it up. You put me on the spot. God damn it. I'm a Toydadian. Mind tricks don't work on me. Only money. There it is. I had to redeem myself, dude. What do you think? You're on some kind of Jedi waving your hand around like that?
So wait a minute, man. Do you know? We got to know when the ICCC guest list comes out. I pray to God that Andy Sakoma is there again this year.
I am waiting. I'm waiting, dude, because that's a no-brainer. And I think WATTO is due as late as May. So hopefully and a lot of the time we've been getting figures at like a month or two before they were due. So hopefully we get them like April-ish, maybe. That'd be pretty cool.
If anybody has that figure in hand before you, I would be surprised because I know. I know. I will
literally linebacker tackle somebody at the fucking Walmart if I see that WATTO. Like if there's some little 4-year-old fuck, get the fuck.
Really. Right.
I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Of course, I don't condone violence.
Imagine wait a minute. Hold on. Let's go down that rabbit hole for a minute. A 4-year-old in 2026 saying, "Mommy, I want WATTO." Man,
yeah, I guess that's not going to happen. Yeah,
not gonna happen.
No, they'd want Grogu. So like that. Okay, I'll let them have
Grogu. Right.
I got plenty of those.
Right. Yeah.
That WATTO was mine. Damn it! I earned it. Damn it!
I'm gonna take all 4 of them.
I'm gonna take all 4 of them. You don't get any.
I want one. Mind tricks don't work on me. Only money.
Only money. It's awesome. But this is another cool shot right here too. So this is a really cool look at what it looks like, and this is another cool thing too that I can speak on is that he's kind of covered both sides, and I talk about all this in my video. He's kind of covered both sides of the community. So if you have a 3D printer at home, you can buy these files, print as many of these as you want to your heart's content. Or if you're like me and you don't have a printer and you want to support somebody who does have a 3D printer, like shout out to Darth Moocher, Moocher's Printing Lab. He's a 3D printer. He that is like his line of work, I believe. So he seems to do pretty well for himself. But like, this is a cool look at it when you first print it out, and then a wetter look. And I do believe Cassidy correct me that hey, there's the stone. Yes, sir. Got the stone with the emojis. Yes, sir. Figure love. But that's my toy, you little shit. Yes, Troy. But I Cassidy, correct me if I'm wrong. I do believe that you said your son actually painted this, and like, you know, I personally, wrong one. I think I would have to weather mine. Don't get me wrong, this looks great as is, but that little bit just does so freaking much, man. And I'm obsessed with Docking Bay 94. I gotta say, with Mos Eisley slightly in the background, you got the twin suns, the clouds, then you have the Docking Bay 94 itself. You got all the background ground equipment, and just really beautifully done, man. And you can, like Hyper was saying, you can tell that this is somebody who's not only passionate about Micro Galaxy Squadron, but passionate about Star Wars as a whole. Because another cool thing about Micro Galaxy Squadron is that there's no other way to really collect these ships, because they're just it would be such an astronomical, any other scale other than how Micro Galaxy does, we wouldn't be able to enjoy these designs of these ships, like the Falcon here. Like, this is beautiful. I punch it, Chewie. Like, that's all I hear when I see this, dude. Like, literally.
Yeah. You know, I stopped buying 4-inch ships a long time ago. I don't have the room for them anymore. But the Micro Galaxy Squadron not only gives you the classic ships, but it gives you the things that, you know, a ship that I don't want to spend $150 on, but I can get one for $14, you know, and have that. So like, there's some of the Mandalorian ships. What is it? Oh my God, there's some really cool Fang fighters and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And, oh, so cool.
Yeah,
and they're
dude.
just the right size. So you get it.
Yep.
You can put a little figure or two in it. You can get the Darth Maul Sith Infiltrator. You can get the Gungan sub, whatever you want, you know, and it's not going to take up an entire shelf. And that's, I just love that, you know.
Yeah, very cool. There was one shot I was trying to see, and the cool thing about these is they're stackable, modular, so they're customizable however you want to put them together. And something that's cool that I think is something very special for 3D printers specifically, because I have a little bit of knowledge, not a lot, but this right here, no supports, no glue, no Imperial entanglements. That's going to cost you extra.
That's right. Yeah.
But I just think for the no supports part, that's going to save you on time. Taking those supports off, it's going to save you on the filament that it takes to print the supports itself. And the no glue part, the fact that this thing just clips together. And also, again, shout out Darth Moocher. If you head on over to Darth Moocher's YouTube channel, he's got a whole video of him printing and putting together the Docking Bay 94. It's a really great video. If I think about it, I might pull it up on YouTube if I think about it. But this is just really appealing to me because of the no glue, the fact that this all pops together. Yeah. As he gets more tiers and stuff, he's also going to add more like ground equipment, like scaffolding and ladders and, you know, stuff like that. Very, very cool.
So the no glue is a long time modeling trick. It used to be called snap kits. You used to be able to buy these kits called snap kits. Yeah. No glue, and they're great. They're great, and it's particularly great because you can disassemble them if you want to, and you know, anything that doesn't require glue is great. You know,
absolutely. And just real quick, Cassidy says that one that I had pulled up was from Kevin from the Micro Galaxy Squadcast, but he's doing some test printing for them as well as Darth Moocher. But most of the other ones are test shots that his son did, weathering his fun. Absolutely, man. That's awesome. It's so cool. This is the other image I wanted to pull up, and then we can go back to and finish up Treacher's Shelf. But this again, just very appealing because depending on how much space you have, this could be a great little like nook and cranny shelf space or even a desk piece. But then this one right here, dude, this makes me want to buy more TIE fighters. This gives me a reason to go more heavy on Micro Galaxy, man, because I only have so much space on my ceiling before it looks too cramped, you know, hanging stuff. How do you display your ships? Do you just set them out on the, because How do you display?
So you know me. So I'm weird when it comes to my thing, and
You are.
I've walked you through it, and I'm very, very weird about it. So I'm a boxed collector first. Now, when it comes to Micro Galaxy Squadron, what I do is I typically display one figure or one thing at a time. So like I don't have cluttered shelves, or not cluttered, but I don't have loose figures on my shelves for the most part. I will have one figure on the shelf, and then I rotate it out, like maybe on a weekly basis or something.
Yeah.
And that's how I do it. So that way it also helps me keep control of dust and making sure that I'm not losing parts and pieces and all those other things. But I also just like that sort of clean and streamlined look. So my Micro Galaxy Squadron, I always have one out, but I rotate it maybe a week or two, and then I'll swap another one out. So throughout the whole year, you know, I'll go through my whole collection. And it also is a nice way to sort of reintroduce yourself to something that you have in your collection. You're like, oh, I haven't seen that in a while. Oh, let's put it out for a little bit, you know, and then you can enjoy one thing at a time. And then I find that when I have one thing out at a time, it really, you look at it a lot harder. You look at all the finer details and all the things that you might have missed if you have a whole bunch of stuff on the shelf, you know. So that's how I like to do it, you know.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know, Stone. I don't think clutter you? No.
No,
What
please.
are you talking about? How many desk figgies? 49 today? Is
Oh God, dude, I have done so much better. Thank goodness, man. Thank goodness. It was getting a little out of hand there. I was like a crack fiend, man. I had literally how many did I count that one time? Like 39 or something?
I think I guessed right. 39. Remember that?
Yeah, you guessed exact. That was crazy. You guessed exactly right. And that was, I did not tell you. You were on the money. You were on the money, man.
How well I know you nowadays, man. You know. So wait a minute. Hold on. Super quick within arm's reach. Super quick.
Okay, let's go. Let's see. It's dwindled down. I will say that there's literally less than 15 figures.
Less than 15 figures.
Yeah.
Do you have any wrestler within arm's reach? Any wrestler?
I do not.
No, do not. Oh, the regular.
You get two more. I'll give you three. You get two more.
Okay. Do you have any Sith Lord within arm's reach?
I do have two Sith Lords.
Of two Sith Lords. Okay. Two out of 50
Sith Lords. So good job. Kudos to you.
Okay. All right.
Have the Empire Strikes Back. No, wait. Yeah, Empire Strikes Back Vader.
Okay.
Right here.
Nice.
And then I have, I'm gonna have to had him on a really cool rock stand. He's not gonna take some time. And then I have the SHF Darth Maul.
Okay. All right. I knew you were gonna have a Darth Maul. Okay.
Yeah, you should have known. He's my boy.
All right. Now let me. Okay. Here we go. Is one more. This is the biggest easy of all time.
All right.
Is Sebulba to your right or left?
He is to my left. He's right here. Always got my buddy. Yes, sir.
I knew it. So Shock T must be over on the other side.
Dude, believe it or not, Shock T is in the display. She's left the desk.
All right.
She left the desk. That was a hard one, brother. That was hard.
All right. So wait a minute now. So you got Shock T, you got two Sith Lords. All right. Wait a minute. Here's the other easy, the biggest easy of all time. Do you have Char Lizard or Char somebody the fuck on your desk?
I don't.
No.
Good guess, though. Good guess.
All right.
I love that. I need one. Actually, that's a good one that I need to have somewhere on my desk.
Absolutely. You know, chat, you know he's lying right now. He's lying. He just doesn't.
No, not. Char Lizard, dude. He had me rolling earlier with that, dude.
I don't know. Troy, you know me. I don't know the first thing about these things, right? Yeah.
So last thing, and then we'll move. I'll finish Treat Shelf. This shot right here, I could have a whole wall of Cube Squadron, man. I could have a whole wall. Is all I'm going to say.
No.
Beautiful
you
display.
Will have a whole wall.
I like where your mind's at, dude. I will have a wall of Cube Squadron. Hey, you are too, motherfucker. Don't leave me out.
I was going to say,
I have a wall too.
Listen, if I go down that rabbit hole, man, you know.
Dude, come on, man. You already said you got your one Hot Toys for the year.
I'm already he's going to slide into my DMs.
I'm just saying, bro. You got your one Hot Toys for the year. What else?
I know, yeah.
What else harder would you go besides Black Series? I know you said you were going to pull back on GI Joe and stuff.
I have to. I really, really,
yeah,
I really have to, man. So
for collector,
it's hard. Yeah. But I mean, so life changes as we've talked about, and so you gotta just. Right now, I'm in a position where I gotta just like every penny kind of counts, and so I gotta just. I can't be army building Geonosians. 2 years ago, I would have had 20 of them, and stuff like that. But
damn straight, man.
So I'm gonna. I think part of the reason why I'm going hard back into the dioramas is because, I can afford it. So
so you can get a little bit more out of the materials. Like you get a good little bit of paint and glue. It goes along. You get like a bulk way of it, and then you like the foam. The foam's just cheap. You know what I'm saying? Depending on where you get it. Yeah.
And so, but having said that, Cube, I'm going to be in touch with you, man. Trust me. Yeah. So are you done with Treacho Shell?
No, I actually got, so I don't have a whole lot, but I also got some cases from Carbonite. Here, let me make myself big real quick.
I only have one thing, so you take your time, man.
Okay, awesome, dude. Yeah, I don't have too much either. Oh, these are upside down. Got unlimited power into the war right here.
Yeah.
And
I'm going to be getting those soon, I think, hopefully.
Oh yeah, dude. Oh god. Oh dude, I had them all neat. Fuck. Hold up. I'm gonna try to do this again. Bear with me, chat. Bear with me.
What did you do?
All right. These are the sets, man, and they look fantastic. Look at them.
Oh yeah.
Look at them and all their magnificence.
Explode in your hand, man. Look at that.
What the hell is my camera doing? Bro,
see how Stone doesn't have those lined up right. They're gonna all come flying out in a second, like Jenga.
Dude, my camera is this.
I know it is being weird,
bro.
Look at it.
It's got a mind of its own. It's like a little droid, man. But these guys, they're so cool. This is one of my favorite. Look at that. Look what he named this one.
When you go Carbonites, they really get under your skin. I love those things so much. Yep,
the motherfucking samurai.
I know.
That's awesome, dude. Perfect. I'm tired of these motherfucking Sith in this motherfucking galaxy.
Could we? I want to lobby. You know what? If Carbonites is listening, I want to commission him to do a Stoned and Hyper exclusive 2-pack of Carbonites.
Oh, dude, it'd be cool to do a Stoned and Hyper set and have it like 3 of my picks and 3 of your picks.
Oh my god, that would be great, wouldn't it?
That'd be kind of cool. Yeah.
All right,
yeah.
Carbonites, are you listening? Are you listening, Carbonites?
This one's cool too, man. Kit Fisto right here. This is a cool one.
Yep.
I gotta say, Vincent really he showed out with these, man. The detail on these guys.
Oh yeah.
And now he's got these new the cores of these they're made out of a 3D. Speaking of 3D printing, these are actually made out of 3D filament, so they're a little bit lighter, and they're Vincent can wrap the decals a little bit tighter.
Yeah.
These things are rad, dude. So hopefully my camera doesn't do anything crazy, but all of these are, look, you can see the airborne. Actually, I gotta show that one because this airborne goes hard. Look at this airborne, dude. Look at that. Oh, that shit's sexy, dude. That's so awesome. The orange is on point. Like, oh, dude. Just Vincent's attention to detail. He just doesn't miss, man. And then obviously we have my goat. Other than Maul, we got Commander Cody here. Looking freaking awesome, dude. You got the antennas, shoulder antennas. Got the jetpack, of course. Just looking like a total G that he is.
Do you need a couple of Kleenex over there, man?
Because I was saying, this is a family show. How can I say this? My drawers are sticky. I spilled coffee. Don't worry.
He's over there grunting. Like,
oh Lord! Oh shit!
Look at this carbonite.
Oh, look at this carbonite. Damn it!
You drill a hole in that one?
Yeah. That's crazy.
Oh man.
So those are freaking awesome, man. Shout out to Vincent. Please head on over to his Instagram, and I also have a review of these up. I just made it live to the public today. So if you want a closer look at these and hear me yap like usual, you can go check that out. I really appreciate it.
I'm on his profile page so often I might as well just call it Vinstagram at this point. Like
Instagram,
I'm on it all the time. Yeah, checking out the new stuff.
Yes, dude.
Yeah.
And these were gifts. Actually, again, I have not bought anything for myself. January, or I should say, December was a lot, so we're kind of recuperating that time of year, but this was sent to me by Star Wars Collective. Jacob got a Batman, very 89 vibe, 3D print. A lot of 3D print talk tonight, but 3D printed Batman.
Beautiful. Look at those things.
And then I got a TMNT. Our good friend of the channel, good friend in real life, TroyWarsHere, sent me this TMNT one. And these are so cool, man. So freaking
really,
awesome.
really cool. Yep.
So thank both you guys. Show those guys some love after the stream. Also, got a David Cornsweat Superman. Jacob, remember that I said something about wanting to build up a little plushie collection? Hyper, you've also contributed to that with my plushie WATTO, you know.
Yes,
so
indeed.
This was freaking awesome. Me and Hyper loved the James Gunn Superman.
Oh, hell yes.
Awesome. And then another very, very special, very, very special figure that I was gifted. And this is from Star Wars Collective. I have my second Rebor figure.
Oh,
and this is
look at that thing.
Kiss Tyrannosaurus Rex. And what makes this figure so significant is that I can't talk, dude. It's so sexy. What makes this figure so significant is that this is a very accurate portrayal of the Tyrannosaurus Rex, because as you can see, there's no teeth showing. He has lips, which is very similar to how modern day lizards are, like Komodo dragons and, you know, et cetera, and Nolies even. But you can see this awesome leopard print paint job on this guy. He is a figurine. He's a statue. There's no articulation. There is a bendy wire tail right here, which you can get a little bit of posability out of. The arms are also slightly articulated, just a little hinge, nothing else, no swivel. But the teeth on this guy are awesome. I do have a Rebor figure. It's the grab and go alligator, but I was not expecting this to come in the mail. I was expecting some Swedish chocolate, which was also delicious. And then I found this guy, and they're trying to steal my chocolate. So thank you, Jacob, so much for this, man. This is a beautiful, beautiful paint, exceptional sculpt. And even if you look at just a little bit of red on the inside of the breast there and on the throat, that's very, if anybody knows what an Eastern fence lizard is, the males have a lot of really pretty bluish purple on their bellies and their necks, more than the females. So I thought that was a very nice touch to the paint. And just that leopard print on here is just, oh, it's gorgeous. She's a beauty, mate. She's just gorgeous.
You know you're listening to a YouTuber from South Carolina when he just casually says, well, I got me a grab and go gator. You know, I mean, just a little grab and go. You know, went down to the Piggly Wiggly and had a little grab and go gator. You know, some road gator.
Dude, have you ever had a gator? You've had gator.
I love gator. Yes, I just had it.
There's no way you haven't.
I had gator just a couple of weekends ago when I was down in Virginia. So
when people ask me, I try to tell them it's like the consistency of shrimp. It's kind of like got a shrimpy vibe to it, in my opinion, you know?
Yeah. I like it. It's a little chewy.
It is, yeah.
But, you know, but I like it.
I was just saying, I like jerky. Like if you're used to like chewier meats, I feel like you can handle it, you know?
Oh yeah. No, my boys like it too. You know, and there's actually a place that we went to that was a gator specific restaurant in Virginia. Everything on the menu was gator. So yeah,
that's a place I'd like to eat. I mean, you ever had frog legs, Hyper? You ever had frog legs?
So yeah, I'm not a huge frog legs guy. I eat them. Like I mean, I'll eat them. But if I'm gonna eat frog legs, I'd rather just get chicken. You know.
Yeah, it's very honestly. That's what I compare it to. People are like, "Oh, it tastes like chicken," but it really does.
Like, it really does. Yeah, it can get a little swampy. I've had a couple of swampy frog
gamey. Yeah,
a little bit. So I mean,
prepared right.
I'll eat them, but I'd much rather just have some chicken. You know, but.
I'm not even going to judge you for that, man. It's different. That's for sure.
Right. Now I'd much rather eat gator than frog legs, you know.
Oh, dude. Oh, gator over frog legs any day.
Right?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Dude, right. Gator tacos. Your boy Stoned is slamming them. They're gone. They're they're annihilated, dude. Annihilated, man.
A little grab and go gator here.
We will get some grab and go gator down to the.
What is a grab? You casually referenced it. What the fuck is a grab and go gator in your collection? Can we see that, please?
Yeah, dude. I'll grab it real quick. So
you're gonna grab it and then go? Yeah.
I'm a grab and go. Yeah,
it's grab and go. Right.
So it's actually a 1/6 scale gator.
Give me a little grab and go gator out here.
Grab and go gator for y'all here, Bo. I got this guy down in the swamp, down in Swansea, South Carolina, Bo.
Gonna gig it and
Gonna get it, yeah. Got me about a footer here, Bo.
Okay, that's the grab and go gator. Oh, that's the grab and go gator. We've seen that.
Dude. So just for styles reference, here's a
that's a big one.
A white. So a 6-inch action figure. This is a 1/6 scale alligator.
Yeah, that's a big gator. Yeah.
Hyper. What I need to go with this, I need Hot Toys to do Steve Irwin. I need Terry to give Hot Toys the rights to his life. I need a Hot Toys Steve Irwin, brother.
Right.
So bad.
Right. I'm not even gonna pretend that doesn't sound weird. But that,
but this guy is awesome, dude. Either the way that they have him sculpted, it looks like he's actually walking. Very, very cool.
It is cool. So you grab it, and then is it? It's just the name of the company, or is there like a squeeze feature or something? Or
so the name of the company is Rebor, REBOR.
Rebor.
But this is a part of their grab and go series, so you can like they're meant for photography and stuff because they're
got it.
So they actually have a 1/6 scale Komodo dragon that I really wanted, but they sold out. This is actually the basking version, and the reason I got it was obviously it's an alligator, and here in South Carolina we have gators everywhere. Not as crazy as Florida, but still a lot of gators. But his name is Bizkit, like BIZKIT, and it's the basking version. So it's all about the he said, she said bullshit. I had Limp Bizkit, but his name, I named him Limp Bizkit.
Of course,
because I had to. I had to name him Limp Bizkit. So, but this guy, he was $50, but I swear to you, it was worth the $50, man. It really was. This guy is, but they have a one that's called the downpour version, and it's got like a gloss fit, like he just walked out of a river or it's just raining. It looks really good, but I had to get the basking version. I felt like it looked a little more realistic with the matteness on it. So, and when they're basking, they're all, they're regulating their temperature. They're getting their body up, and they're dry from the sun, So I just really like, I love the gradients. Like, just look at the browns on the bottom of the belly there, man, and all the scoots and osteoderms.
So that and the dino that's the same company, in other words, correct?
Correct.
Okay,
correct.
Yeah, those are some nice looking. That looks good.
Rebor does fine work, man. I'm very impressed. This was my first Rebor figure, and that one was my second one. So, yeah,
those are good. Those are cool.
Man, I'm blown away by it. And then my last pickup, and this was a purchase actually, and I got to give a shout out to Commander Cook. I have been looking for this freaking figure everywhere, y'all. Y'all know me and Hyper are big Batman fans. Hyper is a huge McFarlane collector. He got me into McFarlane, to be honest. And Batman is just awesome, dude. And I was finally, shout out to Commander Cook for hooking me up with this. I finally was able to add the in-art Batman, Bale Batman, to my collection, man.
Look at you go with that. Yes.
This figure is a feat of engineering, dude. And like, people can say it's overhyped. People can say this, say that. This is the standard version. It doesn't come with the Bale head sculpt, but dude, to me, if you watch my review, I'd really appreciate it. If you look at this head sculpt, it is like Bale is underneath this cowl. Like the way the eyes are sunk in, the way the face plates are, the lips, the nose, they got everything right. Now, I will say this is not my favorite look for Batman. I do actually prefer the Batman Begins. It's much more of a smooth look for Batman. It's like yeah. But this one is a little more like militarized. But bro, the joints on this are so seamless, so buttery smooth. The sculpt is next level. The accessories are beautifully painted. And this is probably the best. This might be the best 1/12 scale figure in my collection. And these soft goods are like some of the best sitting and laying soft goods. It's got like a nice pleatness to it. You can kind of see how it's folded. Come on, camera, why are you doing this?
I'll be right back because I got something for that too. Hold on.
Oh, please do. Please go grab it, man. So this Batman dude, just absolute feat of engineering, y'all. And people can say it's overhyped, but the paint on this guy, and then the amount of articulation and stuff, obviously he just looks so good in this vanilla pose, but when you start moving him around, dude, it's like you plucked him out of the Dark Knight trilogy. This figure is like, here we go. That's a really good look now. Look at this figure, y'all. That bronze color on the belt, like my lighting is terrible. what you're seeing on screen right now does no justice to this figure. Y'all please go watch my review or go watch the Great Robo Don't Know. He's got a fantastic review on it as well. But like, shout out to Commander Cook for hooking me up with this. He actually sent this to me before I could even pay him for it. So I actually sent him a little bit extra just as a thank you. And just, yeah, I am so, so grateful to have this figure in my collection, man. I am beyond blown away. This is, the joints just look so good. I am so fortunate to have this guy in my collection.
So
I've been
you
everywhere, dude.
So you and I both upgraded our 1/12 scale Batman collection in early 2026. So to sort of piggyback off of that, so I was driving down to Virginia and I stopped at one of my favorite comic book stores on the way out of the state, and they always deliver. They always have something cool. And so I go in there and they have like this collection that's kind of like in the primary glass cabinet when you walk in. And so there is inside of it, they happen to be doing a lot of DC and Marvel higher end stuff, or, you know, popular DC and Marvel figures and stuff. And inside the cabinet, I see that there is a Batman versus Superman armored Batman. And it's also got the kryptonite spear from that scene in Batman versus Superman. And at first glance, I said, you know what? It's a McFarlane armored Batman. And I'm like, you know what? I could use a loose one. I have a carded one or a boxed one, but I'd like to have a loose one. So it says $15. So I'm like, you know what? That's not bad. I mean, a loose one, you know, $15. I said, I'm going to grab it. I'm going to grab it. So now I get to the register, and the guy like takes it out of the glass cabinet and he brings it up to the cabinet, up to the register, and he grabs this like plastic bag full of all these accessories, and then he grabs this awesome Batman versus Superman flight stand with the logo of it, that cool BVM thing.
Hell yeah, dude.
You know, BVS.
Yeah.
And I'm like, wait a minute, that's not a McFarlane. Is that some sort of McFarlane thing that I've never seen? Is it like from a box version?
DC icon, maybe.
Well, it says McFarlane Batman. So I ring it up and I get this version. And this version is a wired cape. It's pinless. There's no pins in the joints.
Mm-hmm.
It's battle damaged head. It's got a regular head in the plastic thing. It's got the sticky gun. It's got all kinds of things. It's got all these different hands, and I'm like, whoa.
Hell
what
yeah,
is
dude.
this? And then I get on my phone right away, and I look on eBay, and I got the Joy Toy armored Batman.
Oh shit, that's Joy Toy?
This is a Joy Toy 1/12 scale armored Batman.
Damn.
Okay. And it's so awesome. I got all the accessories, the extra head, everything. It goes for $100. There's like bids on them on eBay for $100.
Damn, dude, good score.
And I got it for 15. It was mislabeled as a McFarlane, and it does look like a McFarlane at first glance. But then when you get it in your hand, you're like, this is no McFarlane.
This is not a McFarlane.
Right. And it's like it's got different weathering and different sculpt. It's an entirely different sculpt. And
yeah.
So as soon as you look at it, you're like, oh, this is way high end. Really, really nice. So
that's awesome, man.
$15, man. That was a really, really fun score.
That's why if anybody, and I know some people aren't fortunate to have this, but if you have local toy shops around you, go check them out. You never know what you're going to find sitting there, man. And like, it's just crazy. You never know who you're going to meet. You might become really good friends with a shop owner. You know what I'm saying? And like, you just don't never know. So go check out your local comic shops if you have them. That's a hell of a deal, man. I know Joy Toy is very, very highly respected.
Yeah, they're very cool. It's a very
good company,
nice piece.
Man.
Yeah, very nice piece. So I was excited.
They do the Warhammer stuff, man. And
yes,
their Warhammer, while it's not my thing, dude, the fact that those guys with all that armor can get in those kind of positions and stuff, and the paint, it's crazy. I can admire it, you know.
Oh yeah, no, they're awesome. And so, you know, if you ever run across a Joy Toy, put one in your collection just for the heck of it. but it's really a step above like a lot of other stuff, you know.
That's a good looking figure, man. That's a really good looking
cool.
figure. That's sick.
So now the one other thing I got, and this is like way out of left field, but our good buddy Connor Russo down in Florida, he and I are huge Jaws fans, Jaws the movie. And
all right.
I actually, so fun fact, Jaws was filmed in Massachusetts, right off the coast in Martha's Vineyard. And when they were filming the movie, my dad was working on the vineyard, and he got to know the entire Jaws movie crew.
Damn, that's awesome.
None of the actors, but like the movie crew. And all the guys who moved up. And they got to talking, and they got to do it. And so I was only a couple months old, and my dad and my mom have pictures of me hanging out as an infant with the Jaws crew on the set. So I was actually there filming Jaws, right? So not filming Jaws, but I was there, you know, in the background and stuff. So Connor and I, Connor's from Florida, I'm from Mass. There's a great white sharks everywhere. And he went down to Universal Studios and brought back something for me, which is absolutely, this has to be the most unique thing I've ever owned in my collection. And that is this Jaws 50th anniversary water bottle. Okay. And if you remember at the very end of Jaws, Chief Brody, there's an oxygen tank in Jaws' mouth, and he shoots it. He says, "Smile for me, you son of a bitch," and then he blows it up. So the water bottle is in the Jaws mouth, okay? And then this Jaws is like this super heavy rubber Jaws, and then it's got like this.
That is cool.
Strap around it. It's so cool. It's super stylized. It's awesome. I just love this. And being a Jaws fanatic, it's a really cool piece. So I was really excited that Connor thought enough to do that. He just did that on his own. He just sent it to me, and as just being a good dude, you know. So
that's awesome, dude.
It's really cool, man. So, but anyways, yeah, man, that's it. You know, that's it.
Yeah, it's been a little dry for me as well, man. But that's, you know, I think another cool thing too is we know this year for the Black Series specifically is going to be awesome. Those reveals we talked about at the beginning of the stream, just like, if that's going to be a standard, them hitting it that hard at the beginning of the year, I think we're going to need to make sure we're working our hours, you know, save as much money as we can. Also, we do have ICC this year. I believe it's in like June or July, so we got to be saving up for that. I'm not going to go this crazy at ICC this year. I'm still going to, if I see something I need to have, I'm going to get it, of course. But, you know, last year was my first year, my first con. We brought my wife, Miss Stone. I met Hyper in person, you know. I think this year I'm going to try to like really focus on quality over quantity at this con this year. You know what I mean? And maybe like you spend the time there to hopefully hang out, obviously with you, Hyper, maybe some other of the cool people that are going to be there as well.
Yeah.
You know?
Oh yeah.
Get some good food, you know, all that good stuff.
You know, I feel like that is 100% bullshit, and you're going to go crazy just like you did last year. That's what I feel like. I don't think anybody.
I'm shitting myself right now. Yeah.
Right. Yeah. You just bullshit.
I'm just bullshitting. Yeah. I know. I got to pretend. I got to like put on the show for
it.
Right.
Right. I know.
Pretend reservation, you know.
Well, hey, man, what do you say? You want to wrap this one up? Call it a day?
We should, man. It's been an awesome episode. Thank you all so much for hanging out with us tonight. It's a lot. Covered some cool toy news as usual. The Gong Superman, all the insane Black Series. Dude, I just can't just because, man, I have been waiting for this moment for so fucking long. I gotta give my boy, where's he at? I gotta give my boy Watto a round of applause, dude. Because I have been waiting. I have been waiting so long. Hyper has been waiting for so long. He was there when I met Andy Seckham. I always joked, if the Black Series ended tomorrow, Watto would be my last figure. And like to actually see him here is just, it's so surreal, man. Like these three figures, it's almost like, is this real? Is this happening right now? So like,
it was good.
It was so good, man. So just insane. I think 2026 is going to be an absolutely fantastic year for the Black Series, just collectors in general. There's a lot of amazing collectibles coming out all the time, dude. So, yeah, with that being said, yep. Thank you so much, Cassidy. Thank you, R2. Appreciate y'all so much, man.
Thank you so much, everybody.
Yeah. So shout out to all my channel members. Yeah, what you got, man?
I was just gonna say real quick. If anybody is interested in watching how I do custom made, hand-built dioramas, just head over to my channel, take a look at something. I'm right in the middle of this new Hoth build. I think you'll enjoy it, and if you like it, check it out. So appreciate it.
Absolutely. And all of Hyper's links are in the description. The link to his Instagram and his YouTube is down in the description. So go check him out after the stream if you haven't already. And real quick, got to give a shout out to all my super stickers I got tonight. We got Mama Mando, Epic Mama, Troy Wars here, and Big Casey. Thank you all so much for your contribution to my channel, to the Stone and Hyper show. Me and Hyper appreciate all of you so freaking much, man. We look forward to this. I think we're going to start. I know we've kind of been going a couple weeks without streaming. I think me and Hyper are ready to get back on the saddle, man, and just really buckle it down. So thank you all so much for spending y'all's Saturday night with us. This is the way. May the force be with you all. Thank you all so much. And with that being said, everybody, don't forget to get your gator. That's right, Bo. Don't forget it. That's right. So thank you all so much, man. I'm gonna go ahead and take us out here. May the force be with you all. This is the way.
See ya.
Bye, everybody. Peace out.